What kind of nigga always run his mouth like a hoe, like his jaw got a battery? This nigga always know who got robbed, got shot, who got put on lock. Nobody invited you and still you got up in the spot. Me, I'm not a witness, keep my distance, mind my business. You, somebody talk you in their mouth like a dentist. We keep it gangsta, mamas love it cause they know it's real. Like UGK, we keep it trill, mobbing through the field. Big ball, fat boy, unload heat when my brain spill. Euphoric images without no coke and X pills. We keep it crunk and popping real, niggas know the deal. We bad boys, anywhere we at, we smoke and kill. You try to stop it, get your shit broke up in 20 pieces. We roll deep in brand new vehicles with secret features. Game preachers, mucho pimping for you mamacitas. We players on the field, y'all niggas in the bleachers. Down behind my back, you the shot off nigga. 54 and 20 stack, you the shot off nigga. Getting fly, got a gun, when the drummer come you run. You know what you just done, you the shot off nigga. You talking down behind my back, you the shot off nigga. 54 and 20 stack, you the shot off nigga. Getting fly, got a gun, when the drummer come you run. You know what you just done, you the shot off nigga.
Man, come on now, you done shot off. Just like my Dayton's lost a knockoff. Or a tight ass shirt when the button pop off. You stand in the snow and you got your shoes and socks off. Who holds the key? No fucking body. I broke the lock off. I blew the top off. Took the comma period, dot off. And ran on with it and broke you a whole lot off. I'm getting hot and starting to boil. Don't turn the pot off. You disrespect the pimpin'. Pimpin', go get your rocks off. Release some pressure. Stop all the crying and wipe the snot off. Excuses you be using for losing this cheapest hot sauce. Earn your position. Stop hating because you not boss. MJ, G, tight on you, no spot off. Been out of reach, stopping your plan, fucking your plot off. I go hard and I don't sleep, and I'm not off. Been living on the edge with balance, I've never dropped off. Like Aaron Hall, don't be afraid, it's all the cops off.
Talking down behind my back, you the shot off nigga. 54 and 20 stack, you the shot off nigga. Getting fly, got a gun, when the drummer come you run. You know what you just done, you the shot off nigga. Talking down behind my back, you the shot off nigga. 54 20 stack, you the shot off nigga. Getting fly, got a gun, when the drummer come you run. You know what you just done, you the shot off.
Now you could either check your ego at the door or let the drama unfold. And check my rap sheet, bitch, I'm almost 10 million sold. I'm only rapping cause I want to, I got enough plaques. Needless to say, my favorite rappers told me to get on this track. And so I did it, quickly wrote my 16 down and spit it. And by the end of the verse, you'll say once again, ludicrous shit it. Then I wipe
yo,
face and put your pride in the trash. My whole career is like my video.
I'm showing my ass.
I keep it gangster, gangster, shooters and shanksters. Till you shot off motherfuckers, I'ma thank you. Running your mouth behind my back until you run out of time. But at least your talking lets me know some millions stay on your mind. It ain't
nothing wrong with that.
So I'm grabbing the thing and then I put it to your brain to change everything you ever hope for. With the fofo, you'll be falling back. And yeah, here's what I'm drinking instead of thinking about these pigs chasing. I'm about to bring home the bacon.
Talking down behind my back, you the shot off nigga.
Yo, y'all missed me? I missed you. Welcome to the call-in show. Y'all know the deal. Make sure you hit the thumbs up because YouTube really cares, even if your boy does not. Also, you can click that StreamYard link if you want to call in and make me mad. I haven't been mad in a week and a half. That's abnormal. It's not hard to make me mad either. Actually, one of the easiest things you can do in life is make me mad. Two weeks till football. 2 weeks. I miss you too, Nature Boy. All of you.
dying, right?
Oh my God!
Dying, right?
Oh my God!
Got a gun when the drama come you run. You know what you just done. Shot off, talking down.
Our holsters are truly custom.
Seriously, though, this show is driven by the callers. You guys know the deal. You want to call in and talk some college football? It's right around the corner. I can almost smell it. You know that I'm not even kidding right now. You guys know that that smell that comes in the air right around college football season? I can smell it. And it smells great.
Dying, right?
Oh my God!
Hey, this for my niggas get the grill. This for me, look at the grill. This for me, look at that grill. This for me, look at the grill. This for me, look at the grill. This for me, look at the grill. This for me, look at that grill. This for me, look at the grill.
Hustle back, west out, baby, Chevy to the queen, 2 or 3 screen. Watching DVDs, so left I lean. Cares to the ground, hanging up on my scheme. Just to let you sucker niggas know that I'm the king. This green, I smoke, we call it Dro. It's deadly as promethazine. You see my folk, we ain't no joke. Don't turn this thing with murder scene. I'm paranoid, told this, folded, folded, shooting that since my early team. I'ma drop that, go grab it in 16. You can bring all the niggas you wanna bring. Yeah, I thought you would run the thing. All you did was run the screen. Must be out his mind, think a tip won't touch it. See it on the bush, let it burn like Usher. Click, click, bang, nigga, end of discussion. Ain't shit sweet, cause it's even perfect. I still will break all day, ain't nothing. They let Mac run AK to a family. I'm new to the drum like a fool if you wanna. Lean in my pocket for the cab like a stone. He acting like a one, I'ma show the nigga song. Somebody finna have to break me to him. I don't tolerate sucker niggas trying me. Take a special kind of nigga till he flies me. Similar to 8 ball of MJG, been coming out hard since 93. Niggas know ain't know I shine in me. I've been the G, you trying to be a marble gorilla. Squad of some robbers and killers, real niggas gon' ride with me.
Rolling through the south, still spinning and I'm still smoking heavy. Look at both of my grills, my motherfucking mouth, looking just like a grill on a Chevy. Pimp twist, I'm a player still. Ballin' in the game, counting major bills. Come and take a trip with me through Haterville. Also 24 Omegas in the Gator grill. Fuck the twist, fuck you, bitch. I don't really wanna have to bust you, bitch. Chrome and go, shine so hard. Niggas out here know they can't touch that shit. I don't trip, I just pull up. I be looking proud when I bust that Dutch. Especially when I look at the Mac in the black Cadillac and the ballers in the Hummer trucks. When you see a nigga cruise through, never try to jack, you gon' lose cause I cute, I'ma get it real. And motherfuckers wanna take my style. Cause niggas I know I'm only fucking with the Billy Grills. And I haters wanna see me fall. How could I let y'all no good play me? Shit it on the good, then I pull up in my vehicle, whip up an 8-ball and MJG. Twist the bitch, and I'm from the shop. With my Memphis Connect, and I ain't gon' lie. We be specializing and only coming up with dope shit and pulling up with cold grills, that's fine. Still drink, still blow. Then I creep through the hood real slow. Ride on the bump, kamikaze shit when I scream, look at my grill, ho.
Smile wildin' out up in the VIP, the club closed at 5 o'clock. We pullin' up around 3. Wood grain wheel gripping, Cinderella sipping. I like my jewelry golden
Like a piece of fried chicken.
money players. Keep me dreaming like I'm really beaming, like a bitch
that practice sucking dick and drinking semen. She scheming, dreaming, wishing she could be my number one. Forever young, mama, I just wanna have some fun. Don't try to ever take my cash from it. You might as well jump off a cliff, you fucking crash dummy. Like that, my last money. This for my niggas who be busting back the perpetrators. We don't discriminate, we'll hurt you now and hurt you later. But I ain't worried, I'll smoke one on you fucking haters. And now I'm higher than Gators on the refrigerator. Down south, Memphis 10, pimpin' gotta rep it. The dirt I did under the rugs, boy, a nigga swept it. This for me, look at the grill. This for me, look at that grill. This for me, look at the grill. This for me, look at the grill. This for me, look at the grill. This for me, look at that grill.
Yeah, but talking season's about to come to an end. Ask Jackpot.
DeAndre Johnson! Who the fuck is he? He's a fucking freshman? Fuck! Can you pose yourself as some kind of a fucking running threat? You fucking fuck!
It's like, well, they've been hanging tough. Well, they've been playing as good as they can. Yeah. Oh, how about that? Oh, how about that? Oh, how about that? Jackpot Leslie makes one.
Goddamn, and why you over here telling me? You don't have this, you don't have that.
You don't have this and you don't have that.
Yeah. All right.
Welcome to the Pigskin Pete Show.
Casket!
Yeah. All right.
Welcome to the Pigskin Pete Show. What it is, I hope you're amazing and fantastic. I'm sorry if I say it too much, it's just a habit. My subscribers are the best for me. They steady clapping. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe while you at it. Hope to keep you amused. If I'm lucky, I'll have you laughing. The greatest football show, so call with good questions to ask me. I'm growing fast like a New York taxi. I keep my stunner shades on, so my sunglasses steady staying flashy. Don't call with the bull or your call is getting trashed. Hit the like button and enjoy the show. It's time to get to chatting. It's time for Pete to stop the rapping. Start one of the most underrated shows that's ever happened. I got my gat in one hand and my phone in the other. No matter Pete's color, he's still a brother from another mother. Doing shows in the off season. Yup, we talking all summer. I guess I'm winding down now. Time to start taking calls from people that stay out of town. Thank you for your support. It helps me do YouTube year round. People like Raj and Rhino 26 hitting the super chat quick. J-Dub and Huffer Billy calling in with stories to spit. TB and Mike Vick got the comment section lit. Hang out for a bit, enjoy yourself. And if you're feeling it, then do me a favor and call in.
What's up?
I still love you, but I don't like you, bro.
I still love you, but I don't like you, bro. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the College Football Call-In Show. Less than 2 weeks until we kick off that pigskin. That's right. Less than 2 weeks till we kick off that pigskin. If you want to call in and make a Tater Man mad, now is your chance. Hit that StreamYard link in the description of the video. It's also being posted periodically in the chat by myself and your boy, Nightbot. How you guys doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Well, I'm assuming if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. I do know that much. Lots going on in the college football world. Florida State's still in the ACC. Clemson's still in the ACC. Guess who's not in the ACC, though? Clemson. I'm not Clemson. Yeah, they're still in there. Cal and Stanford I'm already getting mad. I haven't even started the show yet. Let me tell you something. Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, is tuning in to a football game to watch some jabroni on the West Coast take a test. So anybody who comes at me with, well, they're really good academic schools to add to the conference, take that shit somewhere else. Actually, don't take it somewhere else. Call in and talk to me about it. I've been to, I don't know, 3 dozen, 4 dozen college football games in my life, a couple of baseball games, a couple of soccer games, I don't know. Not a single time did I give a shit what the pitcher got on his SAT. None. Let's see who's in the chat. The Nature Boy is here. Woo! Matt Dummett's here. Nate the Great. Jerome is here. Jay Shipes. Ultra Maga Dog. What up, Pete? What up, Ultra Maga Dog? Stingray. Luke. If you really want to get me mad, bring up Notre Dame, too. Jesus Christ. Scott Kerr. I'm ready for a cage match with Big Dog Brett. Look, this is at its core a college football channel, but if you tuned into the midday show today, well, even if you didn't, I'll do you a favor. I'm not going to give you a timestamp because I don't know what the timestamp is, but the last 30 minutes of that show was Scott Kerr and Big Dog Brett arguing over whether the moon landing was real or not. And Scott Kerr, I love Scott Kerr. He's been on the show a million times. I don't think I've ever seen Scott Kerr that mad because Big Dog Brett suggested that the moon landing might not be real.
Casket!
Listen, I love that shit. That's quality entertainment as far as I'm concerned. The real Big Lee is here. Balling with AC. Are you 18 yet? Man, I'm almost willing to make an exception for him. If he calls in, I might pick it up. You know? I'm almost willing to make an exception. Mrs. Peete is here. Billy Cole. Big Vol Daddy.
Dying right
Oh my God!
Dying right
Oh my God!
Dying right
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm in my underwear, and Tennessee hit a grand slam walk-off home run.
I'll see you next week, BBD. Senor Dog. Roger Dodger. Jeremy Garrettson. Harold Gray. How's it going, Pete? Did you enjoy Florida? Did you keep an eye on the turtles? I forgot to tell that story on the midday show today. So I went out and took a jet ski out one day when we were in Pompano Beach and almost ran over a sea turtle. First time I've ever seen a sea turtle in the ocean with my own eyes. You know, I've got Discovery Channel and stuff, but I've never seen a sea turtle with my own eyes. So that was pretty cool. And I almost killed it. I'm glad I didn't, though. UGA Chris M. SEC Dog. D. Taylor. Show hasn't even started yet, and people are getting timed out. Yeah, I don't know who's getting timed out. I have no idea. Esso is here. Frothy Tavern. Luigi Green says Florida State is coming. Well, where are they coming to? I'd like to know. Is Clemson invited? Wherever they're coming, is Clemson invited too, or is it just an exclusive club for Florida State people? Oh. Ohio State, man. The rest of the Pac-4 should just go to the Mountain West or American. Damn.
Clemson fans piss me off.
Nick DTV, Justin says roll tide. Christy is here. Traveling Fool says yo, 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 yo. Traveling Fool's timed me out on Vic's stream. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Speaking of VicTube, there's Vic. VicTube Productions. Crimson Brave. Wet blanket as opposed to a dry blanket. Is there anything worse on the planet than a wet blanket? That just sounds gross. What's up, Ferris? All right. Let's see if we got any jabronis on the call in. Of course, like every show, I will take the calls in the order they came in. So if I don't pick up your phone call first, just sit tight. I'll be right with you. What's up? You're on with Pete.
What's good?
What's bad?
So this is a ball with AC. I don't know what happened with my picture.
I don't know what happened to your phone connection either. You sound like you're in a tunnel.
Oh, well.
Are you calling in from a Cricket phone?
I'm in bed with my immobilizers right now, sir.
You're what?
Well, but anyway, how's it going, man?
Hey, how's the family doing?
We're all doing amazing and fantastic. We just watched the Johnny Manziel documentary on Netflix.
Why do you sound like you're calling in from one of Elon Musk's Teslas?
What?
You know, I titled the video, Call In and Make a Clemson Fan Mad, and it's already happening, and it has nothing to do with football. You've called in the show a million times. I banned you from the show for not being old enough to call in. It's been at least 6 months. You call in. I finally said, I'll take your call. You call in. I pick it up. And you sound like you're on the far side of the moon.
What? I was sure how to make an Ohio State fan mad, and that is that you're soft and that Michigan will probably ramp you again, but. Of course. Of course.
You there?
Yeah.
All right. How about hang up and try to call back in? But not from your laptop, though. From a phone.
I am calling in from my phone, sir.
Did you borrow Nate's phone that got dropped in the pool?
No.
Am I crazy? Am I the only one that hears this? Does it sound like he's underneath water right now? Or is it just me? All right, call back in. Oh, what's up? You're on with Pete.
What's up, Pete? How are you doing?
This has got to be a troll job.
No, it's not.
All right, have a good day. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Hey, how you doing?
Jesus Christ. You're the first person that actually knows how to use a phone.
Good. How was your vacation?
Not long enough, apparently.
Yeah. So I saw the title of your video. So if Clemson loses 3 games for the 3rd year in a row, is there a particular team that you would prefer to play in the Cheez-It Bowl?
Well, that's not going to make me mad to say that because that's just potato. First of all, you should know you're the master of all trolls, is what they call you, right? You know that there has to be some element of truth in a troll to make it a troll, a successful troll.
So if you lose 3 games for the 3rd year in a row, would you want to play like another Big 12 team again when you make your 2nd appearance in the last 3 years in the Cheez-It Bowl?
I don't know. Clemson won 11 games last year, but go ahead and tell me.
Well, they lost 3 games last year. They also lost 3 games the year before that when they played in the Cheez-It Bowl. Remember that?
Yeah.
So if Clemson loses 3 games this year for what would be the 3rd year in a row, is there a particular team that you would like to see Clemson play in the Cheez-It Bowl?
Hold on.
You know, the Big 12 has some new teams now. I was thinking maybe Clemson versus BYU in the Cheez-It Bowl would be interesting.
Yeah, Clemson versus BYU. Let's see here.
In the Cheez-It Bowl.
Let's try to find 3 losses on the schedule. Now, first week, September 4th, Clemson at Duke. Win or loss?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Yeah.
Oh, I'll go loss on that.
Yeah, loss. Charleston Southern at Clemson.
Is that a home game for Clemson?
Yeah.
I say y'all win that one.
Florida Atlantic at Clemson.
Win.
You had to think about that?
Yeah, 2-1.
Florida State at Clemson.
Oh, that's a loss.
All right, so you got 2. So you got Clemson losing two games in their first 4 weeks.
Yeah.
All right, Clemson at Syracuse.
That's a win.
All right, Wake Forest at Clemson.
That's a toss-up, so I'll give it to you. Next toss-up, you lose those. I'll give you that one.
Clemson at Miami.
A win.
Clemson at NC State.
Loss.
So that's 3 right there.
Yeah.
So, all right, Notre Dame at Clemson.
Win.
Georgia Tech at Clemson.
Win.
North Carolina at Clemson.
Win.
Clemson at South Carolina.
Loss. So, well, how about this then? What
you got Clemson? So, sir, you just jumped the shark. Now you've got Clemson. So Clemson 8-4.
Out of BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, and Central Florida, who would you rather play in the Cheez-It Bowl out of those?
You got Clemson losing 4 games.
Well, 3 or 4, but
well, no, but you just said 4 though. Now you're saying 3 or 4. You just said, but you just said 4.
I just called in because I just was wondering if Clemson loses 3 games for the 3rd year in a row, if there's a particular team you would prefer to play in the Cheez-It Bowl.
Well, if they lose 4, they're not going to even make the Cheez-It Bowl. So you said 4.
They could still make the Cheez-It Bowl with 4 losses.
I don't think so. I think they'd be relegated to like the Birmingham Bowl or something.
I think you're selling Clemson a little short.
Yeah.
I definitely think they're good enough to make the Cheez-It Bowl.
Yeah, I think so too.
So is there any particular team that you would prefer to play? Let's just say it would be a Big 12 team again. Who did you beat last time in the Cheez-It Bowl? Was it Iowa?
It was Iowa State.
Iowa State. Yeah. Now, did the kicker did any Iowa State players gamble on that game?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Is Iowa State going to even have a team come next year?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that on Monday. But you know, a kicker bet the under and then missed a kick on purpose.
Oh man.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on Monday. But so what about one of the 4 new teams in the Big 12, like Clemson versus?
Clemson versus UCF?
Versus Gus Malzahn.
Yeah, Clemson versus UCF would be interesting. But the problem is it's not going to happen. It's going to be either Clemson versus Georgia in the playoff, Clemson versus Ohio State in the playoff, or probably Clemson versus Southern Cal in the playoff, because I don't think, other than Georgia, there's a team in the SEC that's poised to make the playoffs. I don't think LSU is good enough, and I don't think Alabama's good enough.
Right. But you think Clemson can get into the playoffs with a quarterback who has more career interceptions than he does touchdowns?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Well, I would like to see Clemson versus BYU in the Cheez-It Bowl, but you never know what the bowl committee is going to do with that.
You're right. Yeah, you never know.
Yep. You know, the thing about BYU, they're all 24 years old.
That is true.
Because they go on that mission trip. So that's the thing with that.
Yeah.
Also, the Cheez-It Bowl is not on a Sunday, is it? Because that could be a problem for BYU.
Well, I don't know, but
they're not allowed to play on Sundays.
If it is on a Sunday, I'm betting on Clemson.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, because BYU won't even show up.
Yeah. Right.
But look, there's no shame in losing. You can lose 3 games and still be a good team, and you can even lose 3 games and still have ridiculously high expectations. I'll give you an example. Clemson has lost 3 games each of the last 2 years, and some Clemson fans still have extremely high expectations for this year. So don't let it get you down.
Yeah, I'm not down. I'm not down. The only person down on Clemson is you. I'm not.
No, I'm not talking about down on Clemson. I mean, don't fall into like a severe state of depression or anything. You can still be hyped up.
Sir, I've been a Clemson fan. I've been a Clemson fan for over 40. I've been a Clemson fan for over 40 years. There's no state of depression that could knock me down.
2 years, yet the Clemson fans are still hyped up now. So that's proof that you can lose 3 games multiple years in a row, and still be hyped up about your team.
Yeah.
So you can still be hyped up about Clemson next year, knowing. Wait a minute. So you're going to start 0-1 2 years in a row then, if you lose to Duke this year.
I tried to make a bet with you on that game, but you wouldn't take it.
Yeah, I offered you the spread. You didn't want to bet the spread.
Well, because you're saying they're going to win, though.
Right, but you want me to make a stupid bet with you so that you.
Well, but if you think they're going to win, it's not a stupid bet, is it?
I'm not a fucking idiot like Jackpot is.
Well, I'll give you that. You're not a fucking idiot like Jackpot is, but when you say
I'm not going to take a Jackpot bet.
But when you say they're going to win, you're not talking about the spread. You're talking about the score.
Point is, Clemson would be starting off 0-1 2 years in a row if they lose to Duke. That's the point.
Yeah, and if an asteroid hits us tomorrow, we're all dead. What's more likely?
Playing Georgia in week 1 the following year. But getting back to my original point of the call, you can still be hyped up next offseason heading into that Georgia game, even after you lose 3 games this season, because Clemson fans are hyped up now, even though they've lost 3 games each of the last 2 years.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
There's nothing really wrong with being a 3-loss program.
Right. I agree. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
There's also nothing wrong with being a playoff team in that. Nothing.
Yeah. Right. I know.
Playoff team, man. Playoff team, man.
And when we expand to 12 playoff games, there will be a few years where you can get into the playoffs with 3 losses, maybe. So you can be a playoff team in that.
Yeah.
So
the goal was to try to make me mad. You haven't done that yet.
No, my goal was to figure out if when Clemson loses 3 games this year for what would be the 3rd year in a row, is there a particular Big 12 team that you would like to play in the Cheez-It Bowl? But I failed at that goal because you've yet to answer the question.
Yeah, because they're not losing 3 games. We just went over the schedule. You picked 2 potato games, Duke, and who was the other one?
Did you predict Clemson to lose 3 games last year?
No.
Or the year before?
No.
But somehow they still did.
Yeah, they did. That's right.
So.
Yeah. Still not mad, though. All right, thank you for the call. Did somehow failed to make me mad. What's up? You're on with Pete. What's up? You're on with Pete. Wake up. All right, I'll put you in the back room. Maybe you can turn your volume up. That'd be good. What's up? You're on with Pete.
I'm not exactly sure how I feel getting called a jabroni.
Who called you that?
What you talked about when you first started answering calls. Let's see what these jabronis in the back have to say.
Oh. Well, that wasn't, directly specific to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, my feelings aren't hurt anymore.
Although, now that you bring it up, yeah, Slim Shady's a jabroni. Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you had a nice trip, but now I just don't care.
Well, that's fair.
It is.
Now, so far we've had, 3 calls. The only 2 that were able to make me mad had nothing to do with football. One was somebody that sounded like they were in the bottom of a shark tank. The other one sounded like he was inside of a transistor radio, Nate the Great. And then Uncle Lou tried to call in and get me mad about football. That didn't work. So can you get me mad about football?
Well, how about the fact that Stanford and Cal are really good at academics?
Well, now, shit. Now, that has nothing to do with football either, though. So.
Well, I mean, it kind of does because it's all, conference realignment's part of football.
Well, yeah. Adding adding Stanford and Cal is the biggest joke that I've heard, and I don't think it's going to happen anyway. If you really want to get me mad, ask me why Notre Dame has a vote in this.
Well, if not Stanford, I'll get to them in a minute. If not Stanford and Cal, I've heard rumors about SMU as well. They're even willing to do it for free.
Do you know when the last time I saw an SMU game was?
I'm not entirely certain you've ever seen an SMU game.
Yeah, I don't remember. That's the point. The whole point.
Everybody says the Big 12's doing a good job adding these Group of 5 teams, so wouldn't the ACC be doing a good job doing the same thing?
The whole point of bringing in teams in an expansion is for TV revenue. That's it. It's not for who buys tickets to the game. It's not because whoever cheers the loudest on the internet. It's not because whoever buys the most parking tickets or hot dogs at the game. It's not because who's got the hottest cheerleaders. It's not because who's got the biggest name at head coach. It's not because who's got the best quarterback. It's not because who's got the best defensive end. It's because of how many people watch the game. And you can, listen to me, you can add up SMU, Stanford, and Cal, all 3 together, and you want to know how sad this is? They still wouldn't equal the same amount of viewers as North Carolina.
That is pretty sad.
That is sad.
Now, are we talking North Carolina football or basketball?
Either.
Let me say, there's only like 16 North Carolina football.
I challenge anybody to travel to the West Coast. All right. I don't care where you get off that plane. You can get off in Southern California, Central California, Northern California, somewhere up in the fucking woods where Bigfoot lives. I challenge anybody to run into anybody that watches Stanford or Cal play football. If you come down south, you can just walk out of your house and throw a rock and hit somebody in the head that watches college football. It's that easy.
According to Josh Pate, there's a whole lot more people upset about it on the West Coast than what we're led to believe.
According to who?
Josh Pate, or Pate, however you say his name. That Iowa State fan that doesn't make anybody mad.
Is he? Listen, is Josh Pate the one that was on there stumping to have the national championship game played in the Rose Bowl every year?
I think that was him. Now that you mention that, I heard somebody say something about that. I haven't seen that directly, but
No. Please don't do it. Congratulations. You tried and you failed miserably. The forecast for today is partly stupid with 100% chance of dumbass.
Why don't we just have the Super Bowl in London every year?
well, I think they're going to one of these years.
Well, let's just do it there every year. Right?
Well, no, I don't think they're going to do it there every year.
Why not?
The point he was making in that was the fact that, when this bidding war heats up in a couple of years for the playoffs, because that contract expires in a couple of years, people are throwing out the possibility of, like, say, for instance, if Fox wins it, just, blanking out ESPN and any teams affiliated.
I think Josh Pate's a smart guy. The idea that he thinks that we should have the biggest game of the year in college football on the West Coast every year. Now, look, I'm not against having the biggest game in college football on the West Coast every 3 years, 4 years, 5, whatever the cycle is, because, moving around the country makes sense. But every year?
Yeah, I'm not with it every year myself. I'm kind of with you. If you're on a cycle of it, say the Rose Bowl and the Orange Bowl and maybe Jerry World or Cotton Bowl, if you want to do it there, keep it in that kind of thing.
Well, his whole thing was, I think it was, it's the most iconic stadium in the country, so let's have it there every year. So why don't we just have it at the fucking Greek Coliseum every year? I mean, that's the most iconic stadium in the world. Let's just do it there. And then everybody can fly across the pond. We can all have a good time over there. Listen, the same amount of people that would travel to Greece to watch a game at Coliseum will travel to the Rose Bowl every year. And not only that, at least 90% of the time, there's not going to be a West Coast team in the championship game.
Well, I mean, you got USC making the playoffs this year, so they've got just...
I do. Well, that is true. I do have them making the playoffs this year. But here's the other thing, too. If I pick your team as a dark horse to make the playoffs, chances are you're not doing it. I'm 0 on my dark horses.
Well, I thought you had them in your top 4. I didn't know you were picking them as a dark horse.
That's fair. Yeah, I do have them in my top 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. You're right. That's not a dark horse. You're right. But every other year, forget this year. Caleb Williams is gone after this year. So.
Well, I mean, listen, Josh Pate's also the type of person that, he can find something about Georgia Tech that people should get excited about.
Nate says, I don't have any patience for anybody but myself. All right. Well, you know what? You're right. I don't. I mean, let's see if this guy figured it out yet. What's up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady.
Strike 2.
All right, I'll check in on you in a minute. What's up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady.
What's up?
What's up?
I have a question for you, Pete.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Jets this year?
The who?
The Jets.
What conference do they play in?
In the AFC.
The who?
The AFC.
Are they an expansion? Have they joined the Big Ten too?
No.
Why not?
This isn't the NFL, Pete. I know you're messing with me, but this isn't the NFL.
This isn't the NFL?
Yes.
Oh.
I have a question for you, PR Sports.
What's up?
Do you recall the title of the show that you called into?
Trying to make the Clemson fan mad.
Yeah. Okay.
By talking about the Jets?
Well,
I meant the part after that about it being a college football call-in show.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. I think the Jets are a shoe-in to beat the Sharks.
Actually, I think you're onto something, Pete. The Jets might actually be able to do something if they join the Big Ten.
All right.
They get a better TV deal.
I don't know if anybody's getting a better TV deal than the NFL.
The only thing interesting about the Jets is how much psychedelic ayahuasca that Aaron Rodgers is going to drink this season. That's about it. What's up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady.
You know, I just saw a meme today that showed Dallas Cowboys entered the Big Ten.
Oh, by the way, Scott, since you were here, I need you to clip the beginning of this show when Ballin called in. That right there is proof he's using the transmitter that's on the moon to call back into the PigskinPeete show.
Oh my God!
Oh, hold on, I just got a private message in the.
I'm not. See, I'm leaving the cage match to Big Dog Brett.
I just got a private message in the StreamYard from Josh Williams, is what he calls himself. I don't know who this is, but he says, "Yo, Pete, put me on. Yo, Pete, put me on." All right. Well, what's up? You're on with Pete and Slim Shady and Scott Kerr.
It's a troll. He kept trying to get in the VicTube stream.
Well, he doesn't have to try here. He's on right now.
Yeah. I mean, at least say something since you got put on. You're not just sitting in the back.
Yeah, pass gas or something.
I'm just going to leave him on. We'll see if he comes on. All right. What were you saying?
What's up, Scott?
Nothing. I just see. I saw that meme today, and I was like, God, the Cowboys are probably going to be that bad. I am excited that football is back. Oh my God, I'm so excited because one, I bought me a smoker so I can smoke some things on a football Saturday and like a Boston Bud and all that, and get prepped for the game. Saturdays will be totally different now. It is truly exciting because then you watch everything Saturday, you watch all your games. Then Sunday I get up and watch the SEC show, watch all the SEC games, and then I don't watch much of the NFL, but then you kind of rinse and repeat. Starting off Monday, maybe watch a little Paul Feinbaum, see what's going on there. So yeah, I'm very excited about football coming up.
I am too. What's more likely, Scott? Going back to Uncle Lou's call, said that Clemson's losing 3 games, although he picked him to lose 4, which is completely potato. But what's more likely? Let's play this game. I like games. Do you like games?
Sure.
All right. What's more likely? Clemson loses.
Apollo 11 launch. What was that?
Clemson loses 3 games, or Georgia three-peats.
Georgia three-peats.
You think it's more likely that Georgia wins a national championship for the third year in a row than Clemson losing 3 games?
Yes. I don't. Well, what I'm trying to say is that it's unlikely that Clemson's going to lose 3 games.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's what I got out of the question. I'm sorry.
I understand. Yeah. I don't know. I might have messed that up. But either way, so you think it's more likely that Clemson doesn't lose 3 games and Georgia doesn't three-peat?
No.
Josh Williams.
Yeah.
Right.
Free Josh Williams. Josh Williams is somewhere in a Russian prison, and we need to get him out.
Well,
I totally believe that. I mean, look, you went through the schedule, and actually, I didn't hear anybody that you were playing that sound too concerning to me.
well, I mean, you could say that almost any year. The only thing that's concerning to me is Florida State and Notre Dame.
Yeah, but you're playing Notre Dame at home, and are you playing Florida State on the road?
No, it's in Clemson.
Well, see, there's 2 home games. I mean, there's. I always believe there's a home field advantage in football. Truly.
Well, here's the thing, though.
I also think Dabo is circling, and I'm sure the team as well is circling those games. That's why I'm of the mind, and no, I don't think it's going to be Duke, but I'm of the mind it's going to be a team, kind of like South Carolina last year, or like South Carolina was with Georgia in 2019. It's going to be a team that just comes out of nowhere, random team you think you're going to walk over. They screw around, let them hang around, and lose a close game.
Yeah, it can happen. It's college football. I mean, any given Saturday, by all means. But no, when you went through the schedule with Lou, I was like, gosh, I mean, I certainly don't see you losing the first game. And what were the other? He had you 4 losses, right?
Yeah, he said 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Duke, Florida State, NC State, and Wake.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Don't see you losing to Georgia.
No, he did. He said South Carolina was the 4th one, not NC State.
Yeah, South Carolina. Yeah, don't see you losing to South Carolina either. I don't know enough about Florida State to even make a statement about that game at all. So I may pass on that.
Well, Pete's buying the hype of Florida State. We figured that out.
We've been through this. I'm not.
He's not buying the hype, but he's got him going 11-1.
I got him going 11-1.
But he's not buying the hype.
Which, by the way, I don't even know if I believe that. I think it's more likely 10-2. But
I think 8-4 is more likely.
Well,
oh my God.
But again, I'll rehash this for the last time. The hype is that Florida State's going to win the ACC and make the playoffs. That's the hype I'm hearing. I'm not buying into that.
But by your own logic,
here we go again.
This is what you said. Anybody that's in the ACC title game has a 50% chance to win.
We keep going around and around with this semantics on this.
So you're buying the hype 50%.
I'm buying into Florida State being very good and competing in the ACC. I'm not buying into them winning it or making the playoffs.
Well, how about that? We'll compromise at 65% of the hype. How about that?
No, I'm not compromising anything.
Wrong.
No.
I
don't compromise.
Yeah, I mean, you could believe it to the hype that, or I'm not believing it to this hype, but Tennessee's going to win it all, this year. A lot of BVD.
Well, I mean, okay, you can find Miami fans that think they're going to win 10 or 12 games too. Believe me, I listen to them on the internet all the time. But I mean, since you bring up Tennessee in their case, they got to find a whole other half of a football team.
Yeah.
I haven't been mad in at least 5 minutes. Let's check in with somebody who can make me mad. What's up? You're on with Pete, Slim Shady, and Scott Kerr.
Oh, what up, sir?
Well, did you find a phone signal? Did you get yourself out of your computer or what? What's?
I connected myself to the Wi-Fi on my phone, sir. So.
Oh. Is there a reason you couldn't do that when you first called in, or?
I didn't realize I was connected, sir.
You didn't realize you weren't connected. So you didn't realize you weren't connected to the phone before you made a phone call into a call-in show.
I didn't realize I wasn't connected to the Wi-Fi. So.
Okay.
He was using the transponder they used for the Apollo 11 that General Dynamics made. So there was some interference there. So I might understand that, Pete.
All right.
How are y'all doing?
You should ask Pete that. I wanted to ask Pete too.
I'm not good that you keep asking that.
Why don't you ask him that? Why don't you ask him how his vacation was?
No, don't. What do you want?
I'm sure your vacation was amazing and fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
Bob Ross action since you didn't get mad in a week and a half or whatever.
Yeah.
But
how can I help you? Or I can't. I probably can't help you. But how do you want me to help you?
But yeah, I just want to say, for any Ohio State fan that even thinks they're making the playoffs, you're losing to Penn State and Michigan because they're gonna absolutely bull rush you, and Ryan Day is soft. And he probably sings Under My Umbrella and recites Taylor Swift lines after the game. So.
It was good. That was damn good.
But by the way, I'm looking forward to Ohio State's defense being on my OSC team when college football season comes around. I'm sure that there'll be such a regular occurrence that I'll probably get slimy hot boy mad and they'll yell at me, but.
Hey, how old are you? When do you turn 18?
March 30th of 2024.
Oh, shit. So by the time you turn 18, Florida State won't be in the ACC anymore?
Yes, they will.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm not having any sanity by the time I turn 18, so.
By the time you turn 18, Ryan Day won't be the head coach of Ohio State anymore.
Now that's true.
Let's think of all the things that won't be happening by the time that he turns 18. Cal and Stanford won't be in the ACC.
Miami will have their first ACC title by the time he turns 18.
Oklahoma and Texas won't have an SEC championship. Michigan won't have a national championship. Right?
Assuming we play Georgia, then the answer is yes.
Alabama won't have a division championship.
They may not have a head coach.
Oh, wow. Damn. God damn.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, Slim.
NC State won't have a win against Clemson.
Will NC State be looking for a coach as well?
Iowa State won't have a roster. God bless.
And I'm also sure Ohio State's going to continue their amazing defensive line recruiting of having one defensive lineman signed to the 2024 class so far.
Huh.
So
what else won't happen by the time you turn 18?
Will Clemson have three lost seasons in a row by the time he turns 18?
Lord Slim is trolling too now.
That was a question, Mr.
Well, they might have 3 losses.
Michigan will be trending.
Very rhetorical there, Mr. Slim Shady.
What else?
My other hope for what will happen when I turn 18 is that Michigan will finally have a competent passing game.
Will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt by the time you turn 18 that the United States has landed on the moon.
Yeah, will we have landed on the moon by the time you turn 18? That's a good question.
I'm going to land on the moon by that time. Myself, personally. Yeah.
Hopefully Mel Tucker won't get fired till I turn 18 because I'd love beating his ass for.
Will Luke Fickell have a conference championship by that time?
It's a possibility.
No.
Huh.
He'll have to get through Penn State, so we'll see.
By that time, will Hugh Freeze be forgiven by Jesus for his discretions?
That's not enough time.
Not enough time?
Yeah, Jesus already forgave him.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he prayed to little baby Jesus.
Oh, well, if he prayed to little baby Jesus, that works.
Well, Jesus and Alejandro and Felix did forgive him, yes.
Will Josh Pate make a trash talk video between now and when you turn 18? No?
No.
Will Carolina Jackpot make a bet that he can win between now and when you turn 18? Is that a no or yes?
Will Rod say, go fuck yourself at least 200 times?
Instead of him actually taking a bet that he can win, I'll take the ladder and say that he can bet I'll probably learn how to smoke a cigar before I'm 18.
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Yeah. Will Nick Saban get a boner without using Blue Chew between now and when you turn 18?
For his wife's sake, I hope not.
Nick Saban's too old.
Especially not on the sideline. That's not, wouldn't be appealing.
Will Ed Orgeron get a girlfriend above the age of 32 between now and when you turn 18?
Ed Orgeron will never have another girlfriend above the age of 32.
All right.
Will Ed Orgeron have a Northwestern job by the time I turn 18?
I mean, Ed Orgeron's spending all of his time hanging out in Miami. I don't think he's checking out 32-year-olds down there.
Well, the last question I have for you, Ballin' with AC, before I let you go, because you're not 18. Will Michigan win a national title between now and when you turn 18?
I'm gonna go on the ladder and say Michigan will win the national title in 2024 next season.
So not before you turn 18.
Well, I turn 18 in March, sir. So that would be before I turn 18.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I thought you meant the 2024 season.
Will Aaron Rodgers eat a handful of mushrooms between now and when you turn 18?
Aaron Rodgers probably ate a
All right.
He's probably eating some right now along with a ham sandwich.
Aaron Rodgers will probably discover a witchcraft from his darkness retreat.
You know what? That's the first thing you said all night that's made sense.
But,
all right. I'll see you when you're 18, buddy. I broke my own rule there.
Yeah. You compromised.
I compromised.
He has been funny, though. He's come on your show and been hysterical.
Yeah, he's hilarious. And listen, the only reason I didn't let him on for a while was because it wasn't because of his age, really, because anybody can come on the show if they are age appropriate. Is that the right way to put it? He wasn't age appropriate for his age.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But he was good tonight, though. I'll consider letting him back on the call-in show if he stays that way.
Yeah, because he used to cuss
probation
a
period.
lot. I mean, he could cuss heavily.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was Ken the Raj.
What's up? You're on with Pete and everybody else too, apparently.
Yeah, he was age appropriate, but you asked him about Nick Saban's boner.
Well, that was more of a general question. It wasn't directed at him.
Okay. Well, the reason I was coming back on is because I was wondering how come when I called in earlier, you were really short with me and ushered me off the show. And then everybody else that's called in since then is still on the show while you keep adding caller after caller and basically turn this thing into a rap concert with 5 people running around.
You're right. You know what? There's too many people on here. You're right. He's right. There's too many people on here. Had to get rid of somebody. What's up? You're on with Pete, Slim Shady, and Scott Kerr.
How's it going?
It's going. Can you make
go with you?
Can you make me mad?
Oh hell, I don't know.
Everybody that's tried to make me mad has failed so far.
Well, you trying to get people to piss you off about Clemson or what?
No, just in general. Yeah, just in general.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. We'll just see how the conversation goes. I mean,
well, now I'm about to get pissed because you're not pissing me off.
No, well, hell, I don't know. My team's football helmet's shinier than yours. Fuck, I don't know.
And what football team is that of yours, sir?
It's nothing real serious. It's just the Hoosiers. That's all it is.
Well, he's a Hoosier fan. You know what? You should be more mad than me.
I just don't get mad anymore. I just let the stupidity go over top of my head and just let people be stupid, and I can feel smart for once.
How do you think Indiana's going to do this year?
Well, either they're going to go 5-6 or 6-6, so it's either which way. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Hold on, either 5-6 or 6-6.
Yeah. Well, we'll just see. You know, I mean, they're getting out of the division after this is the last year for competing in the Big Ten East, and after this year, the Big Ten divisions are.
So hold on. So they're only playing 11 games this year, or 12?
I'd have to look, man.
You have to look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but it's like I said, I won't really pay attention to it till the season gets started. But the first game right out of the gate of the year is against Ohio State.
Well,
so,
even before the season starts, there's already a schedule. I'm pretty sure there's 12 games on there, not 11.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. But
so which is it, 5-6 or 6-6?
Either way, I'm not a betting man when it comes to the team. So
hey, I am a betting man, and I bet you any amount of money that you want to bet that they don't go 5-6.
Yeah. Okay.
You name your price.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm not going to name it. Yeah, you outsmarted me. There you go. I should be fucking mad. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think the chances are against Ohio State?
Just that's not a win. Just compete. You know that. I mean, just compete. But
they seem fairly evenly matched, in my opinion. Ohio State has an offense and no defense, and y'all have a defense and no offense.
Yeah. Well, I think IU, they'll have a defense this year, somewhat of one, you know, and their O-line, they're getting it together. I mean, but, you know, I don't expect them to go out and beat the Ohio States or Penn States, you know. With conference, they got a chance on beating Mel Tucker and his Michigan State squad, and they got a chance with Maryland and Rutgers, But other than that,
well, according to you don't think they're going to beat the Ohio States, the Penn States, the Michigans, the Marylands, the Rutgers. Who else is left in that division? I'm missing here.
For Big Ten East,
yeah.
Well, they only play one team from the Big Ten West, and that's Illinois.
What about them? Is that one of your 5 wins?
I really don't see them beating Illinois at Illinois. But
oh shit! So basically, you think they're going 4-7?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, for the non-conference, I do have them beating Louisville. I really do think they can beat them. But
what?
Because they play Louisville. Yeah. You heard me right.
Well, I'm enthralled.
You have a different opinion on that Louisville game there, Pete?
He just said they might lose to Rutgers and said he feels confident about beating Louisville.
I feel confident about it.
All right, thank you for the call. What's up? You're on Pete, Scott Kerr, and Slim Shady.
Pigskin, how's it going, my friend?
Hold on now. Is this the real one or the fake one?
Well, I can honestly say that I found that many more like the other one more than me. So who knows?
Well, hold on now. Who's me?
It's not Bobby Durkins, my friend.
Oh.
Yeah. Everybody else likes Bobby Durkins.
You know I love eating chicken. Oh, I love it pan fried. But I couldn't be a gamecock. Oh, Lord, if I tried. I was born with stripes. I was born a tiger. A knockout punch, a winner, a fighter. Got my orange and white underwear on. So dedicated, I wrote this song. Garnet and black looks like losing to me. Look through their history.
I'm not that guy, right?
There's only one good thing in Columbia, I must confess. It's I-26.
Heading west.
You know I love
eating chicken.
Oh, I love
it pan fried.
But I couldn't
be a gamecock. Oh Lord, if I tried.
I love Death Valley. I love the Rock. We'll beat you with a sub-bar field sock. Stomp the cleat through you. Leave a pole on your back. Give you a beating like you've ever had. We've got the series in our back pocket. You could win for 20 years and still couldn't stop it. The truth is really clear, it's easy to see. The name Gamecock means losing to me. Oh, I love eating chicken. Oh, I love
it pan fried.
Oh, I couldn't
be a gamecock. Oh Lord, if I tried. Man, you know what? That is. Uh-oh.
Every punch.
Oh my God! You're playing the whole song.
Love eating chicken. Oh, I love it pan fried. Lord, I couldn't be a gamecock. Oh Lord, if I tried. Come on, man. Give this guy a record deal. Come on now. That is grade A shit right there, my friend.
Well, I'm glad to do what I can do. I did not expect you to play that.
Well, I didn't expect it either, but it happened.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. You're a fine human being. I see Slim Shady in here. Who else in here? Who's the other gentleman?
Scott Kerr.
Hey, Scott. I'm not Bobby Durkins.
Okay. Well, how you doing? I'm not Bobby Durkins.
Well, I'm not Bobby Durkins. Slightly sane, not inebriated, and I don't kill cats for the county. That's how I'm doing.
Did you get fired from that job, or?
Oh, no. He's still killing many a cats for the county.
Oh.
Yeah. What's funny is a lot of house cats ends up there. The husband can't stand the house cat. The wife loves the house cat. The house cat runs off. Bobby kills it. But,
and the Chinese buffet stays fully stocked.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Les. Mr. Chung downtown Greenville, he loves Bobby to death. You did not hear that from me.
Hear what?
Exactly.
Yeah. So not Bobby Durkins, Brian.
Yeah.
Give us your thoughts on, well, everything that's going on with the ACC, Clemson included. But have you? Forgive me for not knowing because I've been out of the loop for the past 2 weeks. Have you discussed the Clemson, not Clemson, the Cal? I keep saying Clemson. The Cal and Stanford to the ACC deal. Rumors.
Yeah, I did, and I don't take offense to that whatsoever because you and I have both been doing the whole YouTube thing for a long time, and you can't keep up with each other. It's no offense to that. Yeah, I talked about Cal and Stanford, and here's my synopsis without going on a rant on your channel. For all the traditionalists out there who loves traditional college football like I do, those days are gone. It's over. So forget it. It's done. It is gone. It disappeared with the home phone that had the 75-foot curled up cord that you could walk around the neighborhood with. You don't need that anymore. You have a cell phone. And so geographical location and relativity to your conference, those days are gone. So now USC is a Big Ten team. Washington is now a Big Ten team. It makes my head hurt, but they're a Big Ten team. What doesn't make sense about Cal and Stanford to the ACC is that these moves have been made to form a super conference. So you have the SEC who says, hey, we're going to go get Texas and Oklahoma. They're historic powers. Let's bring them in. You have the Big Ten who says, hey, we're going to go get Southern Cal. Yeah, UCLA is not that great, but historically, overall, they are. We're going to go get Oregon. We're going to go get Washington. What's the ACC who's falling apart, who their members are unhappy? Oh, let's go clear across the country and let's go to 2 football schools who are terrible. So none of this makes sense. It lets me know that whoever is in charge is still making dumb decisions and they have no idea of what they're doing. They're not playing the same game that the Big Ten and the SEC is. So I'm not shocked at this point. So,
well, with the Big Ten and the SEC making the moves they did, who's really left to get?
Well, that's kind of the point. Yeah. Bobby or not Bobby, Brian. What do you think the chances are? Now, forget the August 15th deadline and forget, Clemson or Florida State or anybody else for that matter leaving the ACC in the next 2 weeks or even the next year.
Yeah.
Let's project further ahead. Okay. What do you think the chances are that Clemson or Florida State or both leave the ACC in the next 5 years?
I would not be shocked if it happened within the next year. I would not be shocked whatsoever because I want you to think about this. Pull pull out a map of the United States, and the Big Ten has a school in New Jersey with Rutgers, obviously the Midwest. Then you get to right in the middle of the country with Nebraska, and then you go all the way to the West Coast to Southern California, all the way up to the Northwest with, in Seattle. Okay. You have that. What's the only place that the Big Ten doesn't have a school in that is significant? It's the South. So you have these two schools who just today put their foot down with NC State and North Carolina going, no, we don't want Cal. No, we don't want Stanford. So I see that Clemson and or Florida State, and unfortunately, I believe it will be Florida State who leads the way. I think this would be a great chance for Clemson to be a leader instead of a follower. But I think that Florida State has made it very clear how they feel, what they want, what they like, and what they don't like. And I would not be shocked if this deal happens. Now, for me, I really believe we are going to the Big Ten. I really do believe we're going to the Big Ten. I believe the Big Ten would make it worth our while. Do I want Clemson in the SEC? Absolutely. Clemson is an hour and 20 minutes from Athens, Georgia. Those two schools should be playing every year unless a bomb goes off. Those two schools should be playing at worst biannually. But they're not. So the move to me is inevitable because Florida State's serious about sports. Clemson is serious about their sports. And like you said, who else really is left? Us.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with you that either team or either university really cares about sports. I'm wondering where you're going to find a TV network willing to lose money to get y'all.
That point has been made a few different times, and I agree with you. I think that's where the hang-up has been with a lot of people. I believe that the Big Ten, they're playing a long-term game, and we're all playing short-term. We're playing a short-term game. The Big Ten is thinking 20 years down the road, 25 years down the road. We're playing right now, 5 years down the road. So I believe that in some way, somehow, they could work out a way to foot the bill to make this happen, because $100 million versus $500 million, and I'm just pulling those numbers out of my rear end right there. I think that they can make that work. Where there's a will, where there's a way. What is the conglomerate? What is the end goal here? The end goal for the Big Ten is to be. They're tired of the SEC. Not to cut you off, but I'll say this: the Big Ten is tired of the SEC. The SEC owns everything. The SEC has the championships. The SEC has the cockiness, and rightfully so. The Big Ten's tired of it. So I think that the Big Ten would make a move for us and would be willing to foot some type of financial bill for that. So I don't know.
We have somebody in the chat. Mike Fort says Clemson doesn't have the academics to join the Big Ten. Does somebody want to tell him? Do I have to tell him, or does somebody else want to tell him?
Well, see, this is where me and you have already disagreed. You think they will make an exception, but they've never made an exception before.
No, sir. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying if it. I don't know who needs to hear this. NBC, CBS, Fox, ESPN, Disney, or a fucking man on the moon doesn't give two shits what your test scores are. And not only that, the idea that Clemson isn't a good enough academic university to join the Big Ten is just silly. This all comes down to the AAU thing, right? Yeah. That is a certification about research. It has nothing to do with academics. But I thought Big Ten people were supposed to be smart enough to understand the difference between academics and certifications. But apparently they aren't. My whole stance is that if the Big Ten wants somebody in an athletic conference, they will be willing to make an exception with the AAU status. That's all. And also, there's nothing saying, excuse me, there's nothing saying that Clemson, if they wanted to join the Big Ten, and I'm not saying that they will, I'm just saying this is a hypothetical, that they couldn't get that status. They've had no reason to get it until now. But if they wanted to get it, they could easily get it. Listen, they just opened up a veterinary school, and like I told you on the ACC show, if the Big Ten doesn't accept a school with a veterinary school, then they just hate animals. So now they're going to have to deal with PETA, not just me.
To Brian's point, I think you're right. I think the Big Ten is playing the long game, but that begs the question then, why lose money for 15 years if you're playing the long game and just wait till the contract's up and you don't have to lose said money?
Yeah.
Real quick, not to interrupt here, Pete, but Nebraska was a member of the AAU when it was admitted in 2010, but their status terminated in 2011. Now, I don't know if they actually renewed that, but
well, the AAU adds new universities on an annual basis, basically. I just don't think that this is all driven by the networks, and they just don't care about that. They don't. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, as far as academics go, there's at least half of the Big Ten that's ranked lower academically than Clemson. The only thing you're talking about is the AAU. That's it.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that point. All you're talking about is that certification. I've never heard of any problem.
To be real, if anything, the ACC is more strict on academics than the Big Ten is. That's just a fact. That's all I'm hearing. You want to get me mad? Now I'm about to get mad. That's the only reason I'm hearing about Cal and Stanford possibly joining the ACC or even courting them to join the ACC. Is because of their academics, Pete.
Well, see, that's really untrue about the ACC because, I mean, if you look at the schools in the ACC, let's start with North Carolina. Let's start with I think Virginia's one of the better law colleges, I think, in the United States, other than Stanford. But, I mean, there's some really high academically great schools in the ACC.
Well, they all are.
Private schools.
You can't get in the ACC. That's my whole point is about the Big Ten. The ACC is actually more strict on academics than the Big Ten is. Don't get it twisted. So the research. I got some research for you. How much money do these networks make off of bringing in big-time schools, sports schools, to watch TV? I don't have to do the research. I'll tell you. That's all they care about. They don't give a shit if you're researching, some frog in fucking Africa. Trust me, they don't. No. They care about how many people are watching football games, baseball games, and basketball games. That's the end of the story. That's it.
Pete, I'll throw this in there. You and I see things with this subject. We see it identical because, I mean, I had someone come on my channel, comment in the section. The comment section gets really rich on topics like this, and people lose their mind and they show you that they're not paying attention. This is a money move. When NIL and the transfer portal became as prevalent as it did, this became a major, like all the gloves came off. It became very obvious. This is a money move. We don't care that we're making this a money move. We don't care that these are educational institutes and people supposed to be educated. No. This is not about academia anymore. This is about money. And that's just like what I was saying just a moment ago about the geographical location of a school in relation to its conference. That is done. Those days are gone.
So this is money.
This is
a great point to my point.
Yeah.
So the Big Ten has expanded and they've added several teams from the West Coast, right? Georgia Tech is an AAU member. Why did they not court Georgia Tech? Tell me why.
And Georgia Tech is, if you go to U.S. News right now, and I just sent you the link, and you pull up the rankings of engineering schools in the country, the very top one is MIT, Massachusetts.
Why did they add MIT's amazing football team?
Exactly. Where is Georgia Tech ranked? They are fifth overall. They're ranked fifth overall. This is not about academics.
No, it's not. Of course it's not.
About tons of money. The grant of rights is a joke. The grant of rights is a joke. I'm tired of hearing about that argument.
I will say this though, the Big Ten is they are making all the right moves. I bagged on what's the commissioner of the Big Ten's name? I can't remember his name now. Somebody in the chat knows it.
It's something weird, isn't it?
No, anyway, it doesn't matter. He was the commissioner of the Big Ten during COVID. And the Big Ten fumbled COVID worse than any other conference. And I was the first one to come on here and clown them for the way that they handled that. But as far as conference expansion goes, they are miles ahead of anybody else.
Yeah.
When it comes to getting the right schools in there nationwide to bring the most money in and to benefit the conference the most. So I'll give them credit for that.
Well, and I've got to disagree with you on this, Brian, because I've heard it, literally come out of Miami's AD's mouth, who, as everybody knows, was Clemson AD before he was at Miami.
Dan Radakovich,
so I'm sure he's looked at it at both schools, and out of his own mouth, we can't find a way out of it, out of the grant of rights. So, I mean, you can think it's not a big deal, but out of his own mouth, they can't find a way out of it.
I believe it is a big deal. And I had someone comment to me who said, well, you're talking about a lot of money and really good lawyers can get you out of this. Well, you're an idiot if you think really good lawyers didn't work on the grant of rights. That's a great point. Once again, we live in a world that wants over and over money wins. And it makes us mad and it makes us angry and it makes us want to go punch somebody. Money wins. That is your way out. Someone will have to come up with a sacrificial lamb's amount of money playing the long game. And I think the Big Ten is playing the long game. That's why I am convinced that Clemson will be a Big Ten school. I believe that.
But when though? So when though? Like,
I wouldn't be shocked if it was within the next year.
The next year.
Earlier, you'd love for Clemson to be an SEC team, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd prefer that actually, but
the SEC doesn't seem to have an interest in us.
Well, I made this suggestion on somebody's show. How about we just, since we're headed towards two conferences anyway, why don't we just draw a line at the Mason-Dixon line? We can have the North versus the South again.
That would be funny.
Well, that's definitely out the window now. That's definitely out the window. There is no such thing as geographic lines that distinguish college football anymore. We've learned that in the past 2 weeks. Well, I mean, we actually knew that before, but now it's solidified.
I mean, I wouldn't say North versus South is out the window because California don't really count.
I mean, it does, though.
I was surprised when Oklahoma and Texas came on board in the SEC because I was thinking, well, Texas, okay, because we already had Texas A&M, but Oklahoma's going, really? I mean, but, hey, it is what it is, We were looking for good programs, and Oklahoma at the time was, or probably still is.
Well, and I still can't get past the whole thing where, and I've heard bunches of people say these contradicting statements that what the Big 12 is doing a better job than the ACC by adding a bunch of Group of 5 teams, but when a Group of 5 team got talked about being added to the ACC, Group of 5 teams are no good. What's the point?
But I think the Big 12 is just trying to survive. That's why they brought all the group of 5 teams, right?
Yeah,
like, I think the ACC is still on better footing than the Big 12 by far. There are no brand names in the Big 12.
Yeah. And
I disagree, though.
Is the Pac just going to shut their doors? I mean, if with all these moves of these,
well, they don't have a choice.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I mean, they're going to add New Mexico and New Mexico State. I mean, who would play in the Pac?
They're going to add UTEP. UTEP's finally going to be a Power 5 team.
Oh, there you go. There we go. Now we're talking.
So, the first of all, I understand when people look at the grant of rights deal and they look at everything that's going on in the country and they look at the ACC trying to bring in Stanford and Cal. They say the ACC is screwed. There's no way they're getting out of this. 10 years or 15, or 13 years they're stuck in this deal. I understand all of that, but the way that things are changing, it's just a matter of time. I don't really believe that the ACC will exist, probably, at least not in a football manner. You might see the ACC exist in some sort of a Big East type of situation, a basketball conference. If Duke and North Carolina and these type of teams are unable to find a home. But I think the ACC's days are numbered. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be in 2023 or 24 or 25 or even 26 or even 27 for that matter. I don't think the ACC will really exist as a football conference come the turn of the decade. I don't. Now, how that happens, I have no idea. But nobody a year ago or 2 years ago thought for a minute that Texas and Oklahoma, the two biggest teams in the Big 12, the two blue bloods, would be in the SEC. Nobody thought 3 weeks ago that Oregon and Washington would be in the Big Ten. Nobody thought 2 years ago that Southern Cal and UCLA would be in the Big Ten. So all this, it can't happen because we haven't seen it happen yet. I don't buy into that.
Well, okay, by that logic, then, I mean, we're a week and a half away from Notre Dame joining the ACC.
That's not happening either.
Everybody has a very different view. But wait a minute, you're contradicting exactly what you just said.
What?
By saying, it ain't going to happen.
Well, the only reason I'm saying it's not going to happen is because the deal that Notre Dame's about to sign is every bit as good as every team in the Big Ten or the SEC, and they're independent. And we know how they value their independence. Now, if something changes between now and 3 or 4 years from now, maybe they would. But why? Let me ask you a question, Slim. If you're Notre Dame and you're about to get a $70 million contract from NBC or ABC, and also be paid by the ACC, which is ridiculous as well, and still remain independent with a 12-team playoff system where you don't have to worry about winning a conference to get in the playoffs, why would you join the ACC?
Well, you're making some assumptions that I don't agree with.
What assumptions? Enlighten me.
I don't think. I think people have absolutely lost their minds thinking that NBC is going to pay Notre Dame $70 million for 5 or 6 games a year.
Really, though?
Yeah.
All right.
NBC's been doing it for years. They've been paying them Goku money for years.
Yeah. I mean,
no, they've made like 22, 25 million a year is what they've been making off that NBC contract.
Yeah, on a 20-year-old contract. We're in 2023 now, sir.
Okay, they're not going to fork over that much more money for 5 or 6 games.
He just said, I think it was ABC. Didn't you, Pete?
No, it's NBC. ABC is owned by is under the same umbrella.
It does NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox doesn't matter. The point is, when they get the contract, it's going to be up to date. Listen, even if they only get paid $50 million, which is double what they're getting paid now, right? Add another, whatever it is, $25 million they're getting paid by the ACC.
They got 10.
That's 60. How much is Miami making this year?
This past year, everybody in the ACC made 40.
There you go. There's your
gotta
answer.
think they do it too, Slim. You got to add into this fan base, but all the t-shirts they sell, all the merchandise, all the merch, everything. That is a ton of freaking money.
If you want to blame somebody, blame the ACC for fucking with Notre Dame like this and letting them do this.
Well,
Don't blame Notre Dame.
That part, but I don't think NBC is going to give them the amount of money that you're thinking that they are.
So how much do you think they're going to get?
They may bump it up to 30, 35.
Oh, stop it.
I don't see that. Why, in what world, for what reason would NBC shell out $50 to $70 million for 6 games a year?
The same reason they shell out any amount because if people watch it and get, I don't know if you know this, but people watch Notre Dame. Hell, you'll watch them, and you hate them.
Not very often, no.
All right.
I think, and I'm going to have to run, gentlemen, and Pete, thanks for letting me come on. I want you and I to get together. We've been texting back and forth. We've just been, trying to work out the schedule. But dude, it's good to talk to you. One of the OGs of Clemson YouTube. So it's good to talk to you, pal. Just to toss this out there before I go. I'm excited to see that the Big Ten has the contract deal with Fox, CBS, and NBC. It breaks up the monotony of ESPN. ESPN used to be very, very exciting. I grew up, I was born in 1982. I remember the 90s being like, holy crap, I can actually watch a game that's, not on ABC or NBC or blah, blah, blah. Well, that's kind of, basically they run the monopoly. So I really like to see this diversification among the networks. I think it's good for college sports. But my final thought on this is if Clemson stays put, I don't think they will whatsoever. The game, we all have to accept that this is about so much money that we can't even count. This is about money. Traditions are gone. Geographical location is gone. Contracts can be renegotiated. When someone even like Radakovich says, I've looked at it, there's no way, and then all of a sudden there's a way out. And it's crazy. But guys, it's good to talk to y'all. Y'all have a good Friday night. Pete, you and I will catch up. Hope to have you on soon, man.
All right. See you later, Bobby.
Later.
Very intelligent guy there. I really liked his take on everything.
Well, he is an intelligent guy. The people that buy into the whole Bobby Durkins thing and think that's who he is, well, they're just
Yeah. He made a lot of great points about that. I mean, I think he cleared up a lot of things that have been talked about over and over and over with this. But he is right. It's sad to think that college football and all its traditions are somehow, a lot of them could be lost because, as he said, money. Money can change everything in this in college football. I believe that by all means. I know Big Dog Bray was talking about NIL money, and I still believe the 4- and 5-star athletes are going to go to the major colleges, not because of NIL money, because they want to play for Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, LSU, etc. But money is key.
Well, Eric, you just hung up. I was about to bring you on. You sat through that whole segment with Bobby Durkins. You hung up as soon as I hung up on him. But let's check on our friend Josh. What's up? You're on with Pete, Slim Shady, and Scott Kerr. Have you figured out how to use a phone yet?
Is he still in prison?
Hey, what's up, dickhead? You have been on hold for an hour and 40 minutes, and this is the best that you have? That was slightly better than Nate's phone. Not much though. Slightly.
Maybe he was calling for help. Maybe it's.
Listen, I know he's a troll, but imagine. Let's play imagination. Let's play pretend here for a second. Imagine that you are a grown man. All right. By grown man, I say, I don't know, 25 or older, because that's probably what this loser is. 25 years or older. You call into an internet show where there's how many people are watching? 76 people watching. You wait on there for an hour and 40 minutes to get on the air. And that's what you've got. That's what you've got. That's just fucking sad. What's up? You're on with Scott Kerr, Slim Shady Canes, and Pigskin Pete.
What's up, man?
Hey, man. All right, Bob, I was about to hang up on you real quick.
I don't know what was going on there for a moment. It sounded pornographic. I'll be honest.
Yeah, most things I say do.
Traveling fools, what's up, man?
What's up, Scott Kerr? I can't believe that you actually think the moon landing's real. But other than that, we agree.
I can't wait to get in a cage of action with Big Dog Brett. It took me only minutes to debunk everything he said on the line. So
I am a little bit disappointed, though.
Why?
Well, it's been an hour and 42 minutes, and nobody's maybe mad yet. And I know people in chat have been saying, Pete's mad, Pete's mad, Pete's mad. No, trust me, you'll know if I'm mad.
You've gotten a little perturbed a couple of times.
No, there's a difference. Sir, you know me.
Yeah.
Nothing even remotely made me mad. You'll know. Trust me.
Now, Mrs. Peete is trying to talk smack to me.
Now, she can make me mad in a heartbeat. What's she saying?
I don't know. I'm just going to go on ahead and put her in timeout for a little while.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. That won't make me mad either.
I know it won't make you mad, but it'll make her mad. All right, sit in timeout, Mrs. Peete.
Oh, she's gonna come stomping up those steps here in about 3 seconds.
Oh shit.
No, I got.
Well, you're about to make me. You're about to make me mad, like because she's about to be mad at me. What's up? You're on with Pete and everybody else. You want to redeem yourself?
Oh, another call from the moon.
Nate.
What? He called me out.
See you later, Nate.
Now, how is it possible Nate gets a new phone and sounds worse than
I don't know.
Dude, Nate got a new phone and sounds worse than
Nate, how is it possible you have a new phone and sound this way?
Can I tell you why?
Sure. If we could hear you, go ahead, try.
It's because my mom got a fucking old phone.
Oh, he got a phone out of the junk drawer. I see.
He got that iPhone 6S.
The iPhone 6, old Nokia flip phone.
Yeah. So when he texted me this morning at 7 a.m., he lied and said he got a new phone. What he meant to say was he got a new phone that's an old phone.
Yeah, he got a new phone, kind of like Edward gets new shirts.
Yeah.
Wow. By the way, I haven't mentioned this. Have any of y'all seen this guy named Mike? Well, I know you have, to Slim. Mike Saha.
Oh, he's my best friend. Yeah.
That's Pete's best friend.
What do you mean you know I have? What does that mean?
Well, weren't you on the you were on call with Twisted Rooster with him, right? With Ed?
Look. If you want to talk shit about Mike Saha, you have to go through me. He's my best friend. So what do you want to know about him?
He's your best friend? Wow.
Yeah. Pete and Mike Saha go way back.
Yeah, we go way back, like 8 tracks.
12 hours straight the other night. And
what do you want to know about him?
Joined his cult.
I'll tell you.
Visit him in Sweden often, Pete?
I do. We have the same knife dealer.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
and
heard
the same meth dealer.
I heard. Yeah, the same method. Yeah, really, all those teeth.
The only thing they don't share is dentists.
For universal dental care. I mean, good.
The only thing they don't share is the same dentist.
Well, I send him toothpaste every year for Christmas since we're best friends, but it always gets returned for some reason.
It's the fluoride, Pete. It's the fluoride.
Mike Saha is a walking billboard for how single-payer healthcare don't work.
That's right. Well, you called him what do you call him, an extra in Blaze 2 or something like that, Slim?
No, I said well, the way he was dressed, I told him I couldn't figure it out. I said he was either going to be an extra in Blade 2 or the remake of American History X.
He sounds like to me the lead singer for the meth head version of Rammstein. Do you have meth? Do you have meth now? I mean,
Scott, when is this moon landing face off going to happen with Big Dog Brett?
The cage match, I don't know. I mean, Brett said, I guess I'll go on his channel and we'll have a confab and a little discussion about it.
Well, when's that going to be? I need to write this down. I have a bad memory.
I don't know how to really get in touch with him, other than that comment on one of his videos and say, hey, when do you want to do this?
Yeah, he seems
scream out that you need to turn that damn music down and Brett will show up.
Well, I was about to say, since apparently we don't have the technology or we lost it, just send him a message in Morse code.
Oh yeah, that was the clincher. Yeah, that we lost the technology. We did. I have the answer to that.
First of all, let me address Nate in the chat because he's on one of his periods again. He's crying in the comment section like he normally does whenever I hang up on him. Sir, if this is a call-in show, if you call in and we can't understand what the fuck you're saying, I'm hanging up on you. I don't know what I have to do to make that clear to you. It has nothing to do with whether or not I like you or we're friends or whatever you're saying. It has nothing to do with it. If you're intelligible, you can talk. If you're not, you can't. It's that simple. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna volunteer to be on Team Brett for this argument. So
I am too.
Scott, make sure.
Scott, you're in the doghouse on this one.
Back up.
Hey, Scott, don't worry about them. I got your back like a butt crack.
Thank you, Slim. Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to be on Team Brett, that's fine. I mean, that's look. You know what? Let me be honest about something and why I guess got the way I got at midday today is that as a kid, I watched the whole NASA program. Just glued to the TV, watch the Mercury program, watch the Gemini program, watch the Apollo program, and did actually sit on the Banana River in Cocoa Beach, 11 miles away from Cape Kennedy, and watch the Apollo 11 launch. And so I've just been, ever since I was a kid, I've just been all about it. I mean, I have a Mercury G.I. Joe that's hanging in my office right now. So I've always been about a space program. And because of that, yes, I've been all in for everything that NASA's ever done. Now I'm hoping that the Space Force, they'll definitely go to Mars. I hope they do that very, very soon. But yeah, that's part of it.
They got to get that laser on the moon first.
They got to get the what on what? Slim what?
Space Force has got to get the laser on the moon first. Then they'll go to Mars.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
So Scott, do you believe that 12 men have walked on the moon?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I will tell you, traveling. I'll give you the biggest. I'll give you the biggest evidence that we walked on the moon. And it happened in 2009 with what they call the Lunar Rover LR1. It's a lunar orbiter that went around the moon to map the moon. And every landing site was right there. And they have pictures of every landing site the Apollo's missions launched. You can even see the rover tracks for the rover. I mean, it's amazing. So
see, I'm one of those people who thinks that we probably have been there, but I have my doubts that we were there the first time, or that some of that footage is real. I just have my doubts about some of the footage.
I have my doubts that anybody in the United States government is competent enough to actually pull the wool over anybody's eyes.
Well, hold on now. Hold on, Scott, for a second. He thinks that the government is too incompetent to fake it, but he thinks they're competent enough to do it. That doesn't make any sense.
Because they're not the numbnuts that did it. That's why NASA was created.
That's a government program, sir.
It started as a government program, but it's been a private entity now for decades.
To try to differentiate NASA from the government is insane. It's the same thing.
It's
true. Hey, so let's save this argument for Big Dog Brett.
Yeah, let's do it on Big Buck. This is supposed to be a college football channel.
Right. Well, I wanted to ask you, Pete. I wanted to come on here before your show went away and ended abruptly, like it does sometimes. So how about this vacation, man? I haven't had much of a chance to talk to you about that. Tell me about the Keys. What'd you think?
The Keys were amazing. I can't wait to go back. As a matter of fact, if fast forward about 30 years from now, if I'm still alive, which I probably won't be, you might see me living down there. That's how much I liked it.
Wow.
Well, what was your highlight? Well, what made you like it so much? I'm just because I've told people, and I grew up there.
I don't think there's. I don't really think there's so much as a highlight. There wasn't one specific thing that happened. Now, to be fair, when I went to Mexico on our honeymoon, and that was 16 years ago, so almost 17 years ago, I said the same thing there. So anytime I go anywhere, I say I might live there. So just take that with a grain of salt. But here's the thing, though. The people that live there, and I ran in and was happy enough and lucky enough to talk to people that have been living there for a while. They just seem happier. I don't know what I don't really know. I don't really know how to explain it, except
did you get off your resort and go to any of the local bars or any of that?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, but I feel like that. We get so caught up in the day-to-day shit in normal living. The people in the Keys, they're not in normal living.
No, it's a different world.
It's a different mindset. And here's the thing I'll say. People just seem happier. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not talking about tourists. I mean, of course, anytime you go on vacation somewhere and people are drinking and having a good time, yeah, they'll seem like they're having a good time. I'm talking about the people that live there just seem like happier people. That's all.
Okay, well, I want to tell you this. When you you said you and Mrs. Peete are planning to go back. So
yes.
What I want you to do is plan to go back in September next year.
September? That's during college football season. That's probably not happening.
Well, I'm just telling you, the first week of September, plan on going back next year, and I'll show you the best time. Yeah, that's when we go every year. So you can come, and we'll all go together. You can hang out with us. We got boats down there. We'll teach you to dive for lobster. We'll put you on.
I would love to go in September and dive for lobster, except for the fact that it's during college football season, and that's my job. So
we can stream from there, man. On Saturdays.
I can't stream from the. I'm not SpongeBob fucking SquarePants. I can't stream from the bottom of the ocean, sir.
Wow.
You can stream. Okay, whatever. Mrs. Peete, you hear the offer. You hear, because we're probably headed down there ourselves.
Are they broadcasting Cal and Stanford games from the bottom of the ocean? Because if so, I'm in.
Well, you can skip a day on the boat and hang out in the condo or whatever.
Hey guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Everyone have a great evening, great weekend. Take care.
All right, see you later, Scott.
Yep, take care. Bye.
See you later, buddies. The moon landing was fake. It's good to see you.
Yeah, exactly. We got the last word in. He's probably a globe-tard too. So tell me, Pete, about the snorkeling. So where'd you end up going?
What was the name? Sombrero Reef.
It's like off a Marathon, is it?
Yeah, right off a Marathon. There's I don't know, it's like 5 or 6 miles out. There's an old lighthouse that's like 300 years old. That's abandoned, and they made like a sanctuary around it.
So how was that? Was the water water clear? Or
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It was great.
Did you see anything cool?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't see any sharks. I mean, I don't know. Shit, tens of thousands of fish. I don't even know what. I'm not a marine biologist. I don't know exactly what they were. Barracudas, every other kind of fish. I don't know. Stingrays.
Did you like swim up to any of them? Did you get up?
Oh yeah, shit. I didn't have to swim up to them. They surrounded you. I was actually trying to grab them with my hands. That's how.
Barracuda?
No, not the barracuda. The other fish. They just swim right up to you. I guess they're used to people or something. I don't know, but
once you're in the water, they kind of just treat you as, like another fish.
Yeah. One thing that did happen though. So we went on one of these things. It was like a, I don't know. It was a tourist type thing. I guess there was maybe 18 to 20 people on this ship. And they take you out there, and the guy that was driving the boat, the captain or whatever, he was a trip. But so we park. First of all, anytime you park on a sanctuary reef, right, you don't anchor because the anchor will kill the coral. So there's these buoys out there that you have to tie off to. So we tie off this buoy, and he tells us immediately. He's like, so I don't know how far we are from the lighthouse. The lighthouse is the center of the reef, right? The reef is sort of built around it, and he tells us, don't swim towards the reef. He said, all that's over there is fire, coral, and bad decisions, right? So don't go over there. So there's all kinds of other boats parked around us. And I get back on the boat after I'm snorkeling for like 25 or 30 minutes. I get back on the boat. I'm the only one back on the boat. It's just me and him. And, the other guy that was working there. He's on his binoculars, like hanging over the boat, looking at this other boat that was right next to the lighthouse. Which nobody goes where the lighthouse is, right? That's just bad news. So he's over there with the binoculars, looking and looking and looking, and I could see him getting mad. And so then he jumps up and he's like, they got fucking spearfishing over there, right? So he gets on the radio of the boat, and he goes, to the boat over on Sombrero Reef by the lighthouse, it's illegal to spearfish around here. This is a sanctuary. And I'm like, what's going on here? I was like, did they hear that? He goes, no, I'm putting a signal out to any law enforcement boat that's out here to come investigate these motherfuckers, because he was watching them the whole time, and he's like, they're spearfishing out there, and they're not supposed to be. So the people, I guess they did hear him, because as soon as he said that, they got back on the boat and fucking hauled ass out of there. But he was big mad about that.
Oh yeah, and it's a huge fine. I mean, if they'd have got caught, like even when we go, I mean, there's no F around, any of that. You fuck around doing like when we go down there, like if we go diving for lobster or, blah blah. Then we want to go to penny camp, and if you even have, like in your boat, fish or lobster or any of that, that's just in your boat, even if you didn't catch it there. If you even drive through any part that is marked as a sanctuary or anything like that, and they pull you over and check your boat, they will.
Yeah, he was mad.
You're seizing your boat, putting it and confiscating it, fining you out the ass, taking you. I mean, it's they don't mess around at all. You got to be careful as hell.
Yeah, he was mad.
That's cool. So you like the snorkeling down there, and you like the. And the awesome sunsets too, man. And nothing like a Florida Keys sunset.
Yeah, it was great. Loved it. And we rode me and Mrs. Peete rode our bikes down that 7 Mile bridge in Marathon, that old bridge.
Oh yeah.
I almost died. I'm not gonna lie, but it was worth it.
That's probably the most exercise you've had in a decade.
No.
Well, do you remember when you were driving down through there, and do you remember going through Tavernier Key?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tavernier Key is where I grew up.
Yeah. There was so many. I couldn't believe how many keys there were.
Yeah, there's tons. Some of them are so little.
Yeah, some of them were only like a mile wide or something. A mile long.
But you've seen those like sandbar videos and stuff like that we've done, and they have those huge sandbar. That's Isla Mirada, and that's Isla
Mirada. We went through there.
Those parties on the sand. That's why I'm saying, if you're going without the kids, man, go in September. Screw 1 week of football. It's week 1, week 0, week 1. You'll have more fun. Trust me.
I believe you. The guys at the resort, I asked him, what's the busiest time of the year? He said, Hell Week. I said, Hell Week? He goes, yeah, the week of Christmas. And it's 100% of people from Michigan, Minnesota, New York, all the northern states. They come down there for Christmas. I couldn't believe. I would have thought it would have been the spring or maybe the early fall. He said no. The most busy week and the most expensive week is the week of between Christmas and New Year's. Down there.
Yeah, it's horrible. All that. Any kind of touristy thing is horrible. And it's also bad during, lobster season opens usually right at the beginning of September, but they have a mini season about 3 weeks before that. Right about, God, y'all probably just missed it. And they'll have a mini season, and it'll be packed then with all these people rush in and just it's total chaos. But then it calms down like September, October. It's all chill. Just locals.
That's exactly. Todd says summer's off season, and you know what? That's what they told us too. I would have, I didn't ever even think about that because most of the time summer is the tourist season, but not down there. And I got to tell you, we went during the hottest month, or entering the hottest month in Florida, in the continental United States. The heat down there is something I've been to Brazil. I've been to Rio. It has nothing on that. I don't know.
Shit.
Dude.
Well, that's why I think when we go to these softball, like that's where I grew up, and growing up South Miami, growing up there, I've always been acclimated to heat. And when we go to these softball games, people are like, oh my God, it's so hot. I'm like,
yeah, look, I've lived here my whole life. It gets hotter than hell. When we came back here, it was like coming back to the winter. That's how hot it is down there. It's ridiculous. And not just there too. I mean, Miami, even Orlando, compared to here, there's no comparison. There really isn't. And if you look at the thermometer and it says 95, when you look here, they go, it's 95, heat index of 110, and you're like, oh, it's bad out here. Down there, it's 95 with a heat index of 150.
You gotta love it, man.
You walk out at 6 o'clock in the morning as the sun is rising, and if you have sunglasses on or any sort of glasses on, they immediately fog up before the sun's even up. It was insane. But luckily I hydrated with margaritas, so I was fine.
Wait, do what now?
Nothing.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I grabbed a beer. I just didn't know. It was silent all of a sudden, so I didn't know if I missed something.
No, trust me, you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, it's hot as hell down there, though, but I like it. I like the heat. But I wish you guys would, if you are planning another trip, man, talk to me. Let's just go when we go. We'll have room for 2 on a boat. You just go down there. We all split places. It's the cheapest shit vacation. We usually spend, it usually ends up costing us for a week. We usually spend $1,000.
Yeah.
We spend the entire time on boats.
I believe you.
Yeah, and like I said, too, you were talking about the tourism. The Keys aren't a huge, people go there and stay for a few days and stuff like that. But if you have kids and you don't have a boat and there's really not a lot to do. It's based around being on the water.
Yeah. I would disagree with you if you don't have a boat. There's not a lot to do, though. There's a lot to do.
Well, yeah, there's a lot to do, but it's not like there's not a theme park.
It depends on what your definition of a lot to do is. If your definition of a lot to do is nothing to do, then that's what I'm going for.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But I'd like to take you out offshore fishing, man. I'd like to take you all diving. Do all that. That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah. And you guys are more than welcome to come with us next year.
I'm sure we are. Just not in September, though. So
well, that's when we go, man. You ain't catching no lobster in July.
I'm not trying to catch lobster. I'm trying to catch a buzz and a tan.
Well, you failed at that, man.
No, I didn't.
If it wasn't for those.
I caught both of those things in spades.
I was expecting to see you like it was skin peeling off, man. And
I do have skin peeling off. Don't make me take off my shirt like Edward.
No, come on. Now. What do we have to do? We got to start like calling
look.
names.
My back looks like an iguana. I'm peeling.
So now I saw you were showing a video. I tried to watch some of the midday show today. I was driving though, so I missed some of it. But you were saying that people were scared of those iguanas.
Oh yeah, well yeah. So the iguanas were everywhere, but that one that I showed, he posted up right in front of the gate to the pool, and people were walking up to get in the pool. And first of all, when you check in the hotel, they tell you stay away from the iguanas because they might bite you, right? So people, you gotta understand. People are coming from all over the world. Some of these people have never seen an iguana before. So they see an iguana, they think it's a fucking dinosaur and it's going to, like latch onto their throat and rip their throat out or something. I don't know.
The rabbit and the Holy Grail.
Hey, shit, Mrs. Peete was scared of it. She's the one that let me know that iguana was there. She called me from 8 feet away and said, hey, there's an iguana guarding the gate. I said, well, what do you want me to do about it? What am I, Superman? I'm not, the crocodile hunter. I'm not going to go remove him. Go to the other gate. What do you want me to do about it? But but people were big scared of the iguanas there. Yeah.
You didn't see any of the saltwater crocodiles?
Did not. No.
Those are scarier than iguanas, but iguanas, I mean, they can kind of freak you out a little bit if there's 2 or 3 of them standing there. But I mean, you can always just kick them.
No, I was just fucking with them.
Yeah, they don't bother you.
No. Well, I mean, they did walk up to us, and then I would walk up to them to video them, and Mrs. Peete would get mad at me. And she's like, "You're gonna get bit by the iguana." I'm like, "No, I'm not." Yeah.
So you didn't have any trouble with the leprosy breakout in Florida?
No, or malaria.
Okay, cool.
No.
Zika? No Zika? You didn't come back
No,
with
Zika
either?
no malaria.
No Xenos?
As far as I know, no COVID.
MRSA.
What's the other one?
MRSA.
Yeah, none of that either.
No MRSA. Okay. Well, it sounds like the vacation was a
Back any
success.
bath salts?
Bath salts? No bath salts. The only thing I brought back was a bunch of fucking toll tickets. That's it.
Yeah, those are bad, man. You'll get those in the mail for the next year of your life. You'll be getting
I know.
things in the mail.
Trust me.
It's a pain in the ass.
Talk about getting me mad. That's the only thing on this whole trip that actually did piss me off was the road system down there.
Video about it?
You know what? I might.
But see, this is why, when you look at the people in Florida who sit there and they talk about, there's no state income tax and stuff like that. It's all you tourists that go down there that offset those costs.
You know what? Now that you bring that up, I'm not paying those tickets. Fuck them. I'm not paying them.
I don't know what will happen
not paying
if
them.
you don't.
Nothing. That's what. Nothing.
Well, I would think possibly if you ever, the next time you go to Florida, if you got pulled over, I don't think they're not going to $40 $40.
They probably ask me for a credit card or something. And by the way, I won't pay that either. You know what? This is how much of an asshole I am. If they pull me over and say, "Yeah, you got a bench warrant, either give us your credit card or give us $40 cash or $100." I don't even know how much these tickets are going to be. Something tells me it's multiple hundreds of dollars because of the way I was driving down there. If they tell me either do that or take me to jail, take me to jail. I'm not paying it. I'm putting my foot down. I'm not doing it.
He's going to pay him.
I'm not paying him.
You're going to pay him.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No.
You agreed to it.
Ron DeSantis, if you're listening right now, I'm not fucking paying you those tolls. This is a racket. I've been all over the. I've driven in at least 20 of the 50 states. Never have I seen anything like this. What they going on down there? It's a complete racket. It's bullshit.
I like Tim Prangley's comment. He calls you penitentiary Pete.
Yeah, penitentiary Pete is right. I'm not doing it. So stop asking.
But I hate to break it to you, but this whole toll thing is spreading.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's tolls all over the whole world. I mean, you drive all over the country. There's tolls.
No,
you go through toll booths,
sir.
You pay the money.
When you drive into a state, there's a sign that says toll ahead, express lane, get your cash out. Here's the other thing, too, that pisses me off. We went through one fucking toll, which we had no choice but to go through. And there was no toll booth person, but you had to still stop at the toll. If you didn't have quarters, then you had to take there was like a piece of paper that says, I can't pay the toll, mail me the thing. Who carries change these days? Let me ask you a question. Do you drive around with quarters in your car? I don't know a single human being that still drives around with quarters in their car.
I probably have
not a single one.
Quarters in my. I probably got $8 in quarters in my car.
I have a built-in change holder in the console of my truck, and it's full.
I hope they got me on camera. I pulled up to that thing. There's a camera right in my face. All there is a coin receptacle. There's nowhere you can put dollar bills in. A Coca-Cola machine takes dollars, but this fucking toll can't. So I looked right at that goddamn thing. I took that piece of paper out. I crumpled it up and threw it right at the goddamn camera. Fuck them.
Well, I'm surprised you don't even have enough money to have quarters in your car, but you got a pen and a piece of paper. I mean, Jesus Christ, you got to, at least when you travel, you got to take these things with you, man. You got to have that stuff. I mean, this is your fault, not the state of Florida's.
I agree with you, fools.
Yeah. Hey, I think we finally pissed him off.
Oh, yeah, he's pissed.
Oh, jeez. I agree, Uncle Lou. Pete is a terrible traveler, unprepared. He probably bought sunscreen at the beach, as well.
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, where they charge you double for it.
Yeah. Right, exactly. He paid $17.99 for 4 ounces of.
The only thing I overpaid for there was alcohol. That's it, and that's only because I didn't have any.
And the tolls.
And I didn't pay a toll.
Well, yeah, you haven't paid them yet, but that.
And I'm not going to.
We know you habitually overpay.
I'm not paying the tolls.
Well, I think you had a great super chatter that just paid your tolls for you. So.
Yeah. Jason Go Blue. He says pay the toll. Well, first of all, I appreciate the support and the love. Supporting the channel. That money that you sent me will not go towards any fucking toll ever. It just won't. But I appreciate the sentiment.
Give him a refund.
No.
He gave it to you for the tolls. If you're not going to pay the tolls.
I'm not paying the toll. Now
I'll bet you a $2 bill that Mrs. Peete pays the tolls.
No, she won't.
Yeah, sure. Mrs. Peete, will you pay the tolls, or are you going to fight this in court?
First of all, I get the mail. She doesn't. So anything that comes from the state of Florida highway department is going right in the trash. She will never know who even got it. She'll forget about it in 2 weeks. I won't, though.
You'll be thinking about it for, 2 to 5 years. Wiping it off, boss. He down there on the chain gang in the Everglades.
Yeah, they ain't got no fence. They got the gun line, boss. Tell them about the gun line, boss.
That was one good thing. That was one good thing about Florida that I liked. I could carry my gun anywhere. They don't care. I did like that.
So you weren't too impressed with the Everglades boat ride? That wasn't cool?
Well, no, it was cool. Unfortunately, our particular tour guide had no interest in it. I don't know how he got a job there, but he had no interest in guiding anything.
You got a shitty guy.
He was just an old redneck, just wanted to drive the boat through the fucking, swamp grass.
You see,
He had no interest in actually, like telling people from out of town what was going on. It was no different than riding with my brother-in-law through the Everglades. that was pretty much it.
I mean, did you get to see any big gators or any of that?
No.
What, you got gypped? You went to the Everglades on a boat ride and you didn't see like alligators?
There you go.
Watch some old.
And then he was mad that we didn't see gators because he goes, "I'm telling y'all, there's thousands of gators out here, but I can't just blow a whistle and make them come out." That's what he told us.
They're fucking everywhere.
Well, I didn't see one.
See those pythons out there?
We saw. What did we see? You know what? We didn't see shit. You know what?
You didn't even get to go watch some.
Nah, I'm about to get mad.
Wrestle alligators or any of that.
We saw a couple of birds. I don't know. He was trying to convince us that we're birds of prey. We call.
Did you go on a boat ride at Epcot? I mean,
no, it was in the Everglades. Now listen, I enjoyed the boat ride because riding on an airboat through the swamp grass, at 50 miles an hour was pretty fucking cool. I wish I would have loved to drive that boat. That he had more fun than anybody on the ride. I'll tell you that. But
did you at least see the mob out there dumping a body?
No.
Oh man.
No.
Got Chip. Jason go blue, man. He's making sure you don't go to jail.
Jason, go blue. I appreciate you. I'm not paying the ticket.
So, do you have like a new respect for Florida man now that you're back, or?
No.
Did you meet any Florida man sightings or anything?
Oh yeah, they were all around me. I saw more Florida men than I did alligators.
But you had fun.
Oh, I had a blast. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Because I think we are going to pull the trigger on it and head on down there in the next few weeks.
Yeah, September. You said. Yeah. Florida is my second favorite state outside of South Carolina. Florida is my second favorite state. Is that what you're looking for? I love Florida. I do.
Okay, there we go. I just want Florida to get some respect.
The only thing I don't like about Florida is their interstate system. That's it. That's it. I love the people. Okay. I love the weather. I love the taxes. What else do I love?
Yeah, but you're the tourist that you're supposed to pay your toll.
It's just us here, right? Mrs. P's not listening?
Yeah, Mrs. P's not listening.
I love the women down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I love Florida.
Sights.
Yeah, sights. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice sights.
There's a lot of nice sights. A lot of nice sights. But
Silicon Mountains.
Interstate system's fucked up, though. That's all. That's my only complaint, really.
As far as period, I mean, it could be worse. You could be dealing with, a Georgia Tech designed interstate system.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I'd rather not pay parking tickets or toll tickets than ride through Atlanta.
I'd rather do anything than ride through Atlanta. No, Tim Prangley, they do not wear sweaters on the beach like you guys out there on the West Coast. We do not wear sweaters on the beach. I'm going to buy you a turtleneck for Christmas, Tim, just so I can get you to go to the beach. Don't worry.
So we're thinking about doing this Las Vegas trip next year to, with the guys. I think we'll do that this year because, well, first of all, are you coming to that? Fools?
Oh, I didn't know who you were asking.
Well, either one of you. Both. I'm asking both of you.
Number one, I haven't been invited. Number two, I really didn't know about it. So.
Oh, my God. This invited thing. Now you're about to get me mad again.
Like I said, number two, I didn't really know about it. I mean, I've heard people talk about it, but is there an actual date or
No, there's not a date yet. And as far as being invited, you don't have to be.
Well, obviously,
clearly you're invited.
Las Vegas. Yeah, you're not gonna like. I'm gonna show up in Las Vegas. And go, oh fuck, Fools is here, man.
Everybody's invited. This is the same thing that people say about the Slob Olympics and the Slob softball game and the Slob casino trips. Oh, I wasn't invited. Everybody's invited. Of course you're invited.
Nobody loves me.
But anyway,
going to the garden.
My point was
little bitty tiny ones, great big slimy ones. See how
the guy's trip needs to be an annual thing. So this year it's going to be in Las Vegas, or not this year, but 2024, Vegas. I think that maybe we should do a guy's trip to South Florida. What do you think about that?
Well, that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah,
what we should do is go down there. We could go fish.
Like in January or something, or February. Slim, you gotta
go out and
Slim. Man, is it possible you could get away for a guy's trip?
I don't
know.
What
we do? Okay. Let me say this. What we do then, Pete, is we do a guy's trip to Key West. Okay. And
well,
no. Hear me out.
Yeah, I'm listening. That just sounded weird, but all right.
That doesn't sound weird. All those people live in Asheville now. It's not as bad like it used to be. So we do a guy's trip to Key West, and we go down there, we hang out, we party, but then we charter a boat and we go down and fish the dry Tortugas for like 2 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
you're right.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
The fishing there is just off the chains. If we really wanted to do it right, we could hire somebody to take us over to Cuba. We could do we could plan it right.
Fucking guy's trip to Cuba.
Well, here's a guy.
Now Slim will definitely not go to Cuba.
No, let's do this. So we fly. We actually had this. This was our plan. We had it all worked out. We had everything figured out. Then the damn Kung Flu hit and wrecked our thing. We actually had a guy's trip planned. We were going to exactly what I'm saying. And a friend of ours had the boat that could do it. Unfortunately, the hurricane that recently went through South Florida totaled his boat. He had a 65-foot, nice fucking boat. And we were taking it and we were going to go fish the Ernest Hemingway Marlin tournament in Cuba. And that's the thing, but that's what we need to do. We charter a boat and take it to Cuba and fish the Hemingway tournament in Cuba. That would be cool as shit.
I would do that, yeah. That would be cool.
That's the guys' trip we need to make.
I want to know why I wouldn't go to Cuba.
To go fishing, man, and say that you win.
Well,
Pete said I wouldn't go to Cuba.
For the same reason you won't go to China.
We can smuggle. We'll have to smuggle. The only way we can go to Cuba is smuggling Slim Shady. We'll have him. We'll make him.
Well, I guess as long as he doesn't have to fly there, he'll you know what? He'll go anywhere he doesn't have to fly to. So, except for China.
Slim's got to go in a bathtub though with some tires tied to the side of it. With a little 2 horsepower motor, we'll put him out on the corner.
I mean, if I ever actually go to plan a trip where I would need to get on a plane, I'd go fill out the form and get off the list.
I'm just saying, if you named 50 places on the planet that you would like to vacation to, Slim, Cuba wouldn't be in the top 50. Would it?
It might make the top 50.
What, 48 and a half?
Because there's not a lot of overseas places that I would just really, really want to go.
You just like 1950s cars. That's all. That's the only reason you want to go there.
No, I like cigars.
Oh, cigar. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I forgot.
Yeah, I ain't going to Cuba for no cigar.
Well, I mean, that's just my excuse for going.
I'm going for the mojitos.
Yeah, those two.
And the fish.
Yeah, the fish.
That gives me 3 excuses right there.
Nate the Great says, and communism. Yeah, that's why I'm going is for communism. Well, no, that's why Volusia is going to fly over and go with us just for the communism.
Well, I can't afford to go. I can't afford to go get my yearly checkup from the doctor, so I'll just go down there and get it.
I mean, Castro's dead, so Cuba's probably all right.
Hey, there's a reason why Mrs. Fools keeps her insurance in Indonesia, which they have like the government, was socialized medicine, but they also have privatized, and it's $7 for privatized. The other's free, but yeah, she was like, "Should I cancel it?" I'm like, "Fuck no." Every time we go back, I'm like, use your insurance.
Yeah, 57 Chevys. That's why.
I would actually, I mean, not considering the world climate right now, but like if everything was kind of SOP, I mean, there are places in China I think would be cool to see.
Fuck that place.
Yeah, 2025 guys trip to China.
Yeah, we can all
Vegas and 20.
Hang out with the what do they call it? The Uyghurs or whatever.
Vegas in 24, Cuba in 25, and China in 26.
Hey, let's do North Korea in 26.
Everybody turned down my idea for the Slav Olympics in Tijuana, so
I'm going for Rio 27. I've been there before. Have you ever been there before?
No, I've never been there.
You're a traveling fool. You should have been there. That place is unbelievable.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just,
Yeah.
I guess I married into the
I
wrong
finally
continent.
found somewhere that I've been that you haven't been.
I know. I married into the wrong continent, man.
Yeah. Rio is amazing.
I still think we should do like when the Slav Olympics comes on like the 5-year anniversary. I do think we should do a Cancun or something like that.
I'm down.
It would be no more expensive.
It's not really about there's a handful of people that would be able to do that, but the idea is to get as many people there as possible.
Well, I know, but the reason for a handful of people is only because of cost. But it would not cost any more to do that than it would be to
We've been over this. I agree with you on that. But when people see a different country, they automatically just check out, whether or not it's warranted or not.
I mean, for $600, you can fly, spend 3 nights in an all-inclusive
and there'll be 8 of us
resort.
there. That's all.
I don't think so. I think if we started it enough, everybody should have a passport. Anyway.
First of all, Slim won't be able to go. He'll have to either drive 29 hours from Tennessee or take a boat from Miami to Cancun.
Slim will fix it
with 4 kids.
I said if I ever plan a trip where it would just be better to play. Like in the continental U.S., I can just drive it. That ain't no problem. I mean, if I'm going to leave the country, yes, I'll go get the TSA form and fill it out and get off the list.
Well, go on and do it.
Now, a cruise would be a better idea because then you could actually go to Cancun or in several other places.
Nah, fuck that. There's no cruise. We can do the events. We need to take over one of these resorts in there. I heard there's those ones like those adults only ones. We could have a hell of a lot of fun. We could go to like Temptations. We could do
Temptations. That sounds like a shitty strip club in Atlanta or something. What is that?
Oh man, look up Temptations in Cancun. We could do Slob Olympics at Temptations in Cancun. Yeah, we'd have a good time.
If you're talking about a nice resort, my uncle went to Puerto Rico on his honeymoon. He said that resort was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out.
Slim's trying to figure out places he can go where he doesn't need a passport. Look at him.
Yeah, exactly.
You. You said Puerto Rico.
Jesus Christ. Well, you don't need a passport. Well, no,
I know.
Put it out there because there's less chance of, death by cartel in Puerto Rico.
Nobody's invading resorts in Cancun from the cartel, dude.
Hey, did you see what happened last time that somebody tried to invade the slob events? We would have Big Dog Brett and Jay Shipes over there telling those damn cartel members to Can
you imagine you're a member of the cartel, the first person you see is Big Dog Brett and D4? Fuck them.
No, they'd be over there, they'd be, hey, man. And like be down there, they're like, hey, you got to give us everything and turn that music down. And you'd have Brett going, man, go fuck you, dude. Yo, get over there. Come across this goddamn fence. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's not going to work out well for them. Them cartel members don't know what they're about to get. Slobs invade Mexico.
That needs to be a video tomorrow.
It's like we put in the reenactment. It'll be like if it could only be like John Candy playing the role. If he wasn't dead, that would be like a great, great movie.
Shout out to Forum Blue Kevin. Can we ask how Slim got on the first on the list in the first place? I guess he's talking about the no-fly list. He doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
He doesn't know. My theory is that he's bought so many automatic weapons that he automatically got put on there. That's my theory.
Semi-automatic.
Whatever.
His theory is me buying gun parts from foreign countries.
Well, you know what? There you go.
That could very well be it. Or you might have purchased one too many guns in a year, something like that.
Well, if that's the case, I'll be on there too. But
you spend a measly little $600 with a Russian-based company, and all of a sudden they go assuming shit.
Yeah, it's amazing what can happen.
It's not because he bought a 3D printer to print guns off of. That can't be it.
I mean, they don't know my intention for the 3D printer.
Right, exactly.
Right.
You don't fill out a form when you buy it, and they ask you, why are you buying this?
All right, not the 3D printer itself, but the 3D printer, and then on the same order, you ordered 3D printing gun parts. And they can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're getting all these templates for these gun parts in the 3D printer. It's like,
like I didn't order anything for a bomb. I just ordered a bunch of fertilizer and gasoline in a truck. That's all.
Well, now that you mention that, Big Dog Brett pointed that out. Maybe it was that copy of the Anarchist Cookbook that I bought.
Yeah, I was about to say that, Slim. That was going to be my front. It's like in your shopping cart on Amazon, it's a 3D printer, some templates for, these guns and the Anarchist Cookbook. Let me throw that in there as well.
What are the chances that Mike Saha's on the no-fly list as well?
Well, he's not American, so he don't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I like Mike Saha. He's starting to grow on me.
Pete's best friend.
Oh. Yeah.
You and Mrs. Peete can bring Mike Saha down to the Keys with you in next September, Pete.
No, that's not happening.
House in St. Augustine, Illinois.
He can stab the fish in the water for us and protect us.
Right.
When the sharks swim up and stuff, he can protect us.
Yeah, self-defense.
Yeah, you should bring him on as a guest. It would be funny.
Sir, I've tried to get him on my show a million times. He won't come on.
Okay.
So,
only Edward.
He doesn't like me.
I got you. Hey, Pete, before I know you're about to, I haven't heard the watch beep, so obviously you got a new one.
My watch doesn't beep.
Silent because of vacation. But I see that you're trying to move into my, trying to steal my clients, my YouTube clients from me.
What?
So I just wanted to address this matter.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, no, I'm addressing it. Is this a real thing? I didn't see it.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, so you have to clarify.
Like you're trying to steal as me being their agency. You're trying.
Well,
to
in order for me to steal something, you would have to have it in the first place.
Well, see, I've already settled that deal. So.
What deal? Which one?
Oh no, it's okay. If you don't already know about it, that means you weren't even hired to start with. No.
You're saying I'm stealing something from you. You have to acquire it for me to steal it from you. I'm trying to tell you. I'm asking you what have you acquired?
Well, see, everybody knows I'm the best agent on YouTube as far as working out deals. With these these carpetbaggers. We got these carpetbaggers coming down here trying to buy up everything.
Yeah, I'm not buying anything. But I am saying that I could be a good agent for VicTube.
Okay, so I have a deal. So we have, what I'm seeing here is we have Lou and Rec Talk have teamed up together and formed this company, and they're buying up all the things. So as a like elite agent of YouTube personalities that I have proven to be, and I've already acquired Edward, and I thought I had the deal sealed with VicTube, but you've come in. So I have a peace offering and a offering to you.
Yeah.
You come with a one of those lawyers, at your side that works inside buildings and stuff like that and deals with doesn't really know anything about YouTube. And I come with a lawyer as well, Mr. Fishing, who is the best YouTube lawyer in the world, also quite skilled.
Well, you sound like you're pitching to me. You need to be pitching to VicTube.
No, what I'm asking you.
You were so threatened by me that you timed me out.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
So you're threatened.
But what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Do you want to form an agency company with me to battle them?
Now you're talking turkey. I like this. I like where this is headed. Because
instead of letting them divide us and taking advantage of their
I'm with you.
of our clients, we could bring our forces together with Mrs. Peete knowing all those ins and outs of that kind of like fake law.
I like what you're saying here. Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Duggar behind us, and we can settle this.
Yeah. Who does Rec Talk and Uncle Lou think they are, coming in and trying to strong arm all these people?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We should be here for the people.
Right.
And they're trying to create this distraction and put a wedge between you and I. And I see this now. And they're trying to sucker these people into letting us argue amongst ourselves while they steal them and rip them off of all their money. Now we need to be here for the people.
Yeah.
To protect them.
Yeah. And we could even bring in Slim Shady to be the muscle.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So if they get out of line, Slim Shady can go ahead and handle that. We don't have to worry about getting our hands dirty.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he could, kneecap Lou and break Rec's thumbs. I mean, imagine Rec without his thumbs. He wouldn't be able to touch a calculator for like 6 months. It would totally ruin the guy. So.
I like it.
And I was already a step ahead of you. I was planning on going straight for the thumbs.
Yeah. Yeah, who do these people think they are anyway?
Yeah. Well, I'm offering up a.
I'm with you. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Well, now we know we have not been divided. You bunch of punks over there. We will represent you all the way. All you YouTube people who are there are trying to come in and take over their companies and the way they're coming in, it's kind of like racketeering. I mean, they're coming in and like taking it over, but we will represent you. We will keep you.
Yeah, we'll fight back.
Yes, we will fight for you. We are the people's champions.
That's what we'll call it too. We the people.
Great name.
We the people corporation.
Yeah. LLLC.
3 L's. we the People Corporation, LLLC.
Exactly. Sounds legit. It sounds
there you
good.
go.
We're going to get rich. No, I'm sorry. You're going to get rich. Just trust us. We have your best interests at heart. That'll be our slogan. We're going to get rich. No, you're going to get rich. Just trust us. You think Britney Spears had it hard?
Yeah.
Well.
All right. Well, I do have to go though. But yeah, We the People Corporation, LLC. We will fight for you. Traveling Fools, any last words before we get off of here? Or?
No, man. Thanks for having me on. Really glad you guys had fun. Book it on your calendar. Mrs. Peete, I know you're still listening. Book it on your calendar next September, the first week. Put your vacation off by 2 weeks. Leave the kiddos at home and join us in the Keys, and we will show you the best time you've ever had. I guarantee it. So
there you go.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
All right.
Slim Shady Canes, if you need representation, because they'll probably be coming for you too as well. Tell them to go fuck themselves that you work for us, and you will break their fucking thumbs and knees, and tell them, you know where to tell them to put it.
Oh, I'm cutting the thumbs off.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Fuck you, Rec Talk. You won't even have thumbs. You know more calculator. Imagine trying to work a calculator watch without thumbs.
Yeah, he'll have to get Sea Dog to work the calculator for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right, love you guys.
All right.
I'll see y'all later.
Love you too, man. All right, see you later, Slim. Thanks for coming on and hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. It was fun.
All right, man. Talk to you later. Well, that's going to do it, guys. Appreciate all the callers, even the ones that don't know how to work a phone. I mean, nobody really managed to piss me off, though. I somehow managed to piss myself off, which I guess I'll take it. But either way, it was a great time. It's good to be back. Can't wait for college football season. Shout out to all the people that support the show, especially Jason Go Blue, who came through in spades with the super chats. You're amazing and fantastic. What is today's Friday, or actually today, technically Saturday. I'll be back Monday. Well, you'll see me before then, most likely, but I'll be back Monday at 11 a.m. for the midday show. So everyone have a great weekend. Love all of you. Talk to you soon. Your boy is checking out.